gets better than time. I mean, I'm not going to
the game, so if I'm TNC, I'm looking to shut down mid.
The thing is, like, mid's gonna be a 2v2. I don't think it's gonna be. They're not gonna leave Abed in an island by himself.
To pick.
So I actually think you could get more out of the map by, let's say, surprise ganking Envy or making Ohio have a tough game, because Abed's gonna get his first at least 5 minutes of farm, or maybe.
I mean, you can give him a tough time.
Sure.
You can't just. I don't think you can just, when you're facing Fnatic, just say, all right, Abed's gonna just do well in the beginning. I think you have to contest that fact.
Put some pressure on him, make him work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Envy's Terrorblade gets banned out. We also have the Lone Druid removed for Raven. So far, at the start of yesterday, I was promised
Only
a slot.
10 seconds.
I just want to bring that up once more. One final time. This is the last time I'll mention
5
it.
seconds
It's going to be game 3. Fnatic's backed into a corner.
Yeah, the
Envy
Slark
picks
comes
up
out.
the Slark.
Ultimate anime.
And they lose in 20 minutes. They pick the Slark.
Dire team are now
A
picking.
little bit more faith. And the Lycan ban. Respect from that previous game Fnatic was watching. That's a good call. It was very scary seeing that Lycan. We don't see a lot of Lycan at all. But that previous game definitely made a good case for that hero.
Only 10 seconds.
I feel like the meta of the last couple of best of 3 has been
5
developed
seconds
into
remain.
you're gonna just fight each other a ton. So I'm expecting cores that aren't things like NT or Slark. I'm expecting cores that are ready to rear up and fight. Like
Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, Venge, Razor, that stuff. Lifestealer.
Well, let's see what TNC has in store for us. TNC will also have last pick, by the way, so they've got that up.
Radiant team are now picking.
And there's the Razor, as you call it. The previous game I already asked, like, what's a good hero against Razor?
I think Brood is actually fine against Razor.
You can also pick up more spell carry heroes that don't care about the static link as much. For example, Death
10
Prophet is a hero
seconds
that
to
comes to
pick.
mind. When Razor comes up to you, link up, you have
5
exorcism, and you
seconds.
just kind of
Hurry.
right-click him back. Ghost would just kill him. We did see Abed
Dire
play it
team
once today.
pick.
Queen
It's gonna be a
of
Quap instead.
Pain.
Now that is a scary sight. Abed's Queen of Pain almost single-handedly won Game 2 against Mineski earlier today.
As I recall, I think that game, the Quap was
10 seconds.
they
to
didn't
pick.
have enough control for the Queen. And right now, TNC is
5
already
seconds.
already has a puck,
Hurry.
which is a good place to start with.
You definitely want more though.
Yep.
Like right now, the other 2 heroes don't offer very much.
Define more. What type of heroes do we need?
Like a
Bat?
Lion, Beastmaster type things.
The Beastmaster banned. There is still a place for a support in the pool. So when you mention Lion, I guess you mean a support with lockdown. Good lockdown.
Yes.
Radiant team pick.
When TNC, okay, Rubik is fine.
There we go.
Rubik has some nice lockdown. Can steal that blink as well, so you can blink after her.
The thing I dislike about Rubik in this particular game is that he has issues
Only
when
10
heroes
seconds.
collapse on top of him. And a lot of Earth Spirit spells are really poor to steal
5
because
seconds remain.
You need the stone.
you need the stones. So I guess you could kind of use the stone that he has laid out on the map. But
You can
I
still
was
decay.
actually going to suggest something like a Silencer, which is one of Deepin's best hero, or something even like Disruptor, which both have their kit against Queen. But I mean, Rubik, like Charlie mentioned, is just a good initial disable, so can't go too
Solid
wrong
all around.
there. Yeah. If you steal Decay, you're actually popping off.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, right?
Or
We-
Tombstone, yeah.
Yeah,
All of them?
Undying has a lot of good spells. to
All
steal.
of the spells.
Ironically, Flesh Golem is probably like the worst steal from.
But it looks the coolest. There's something to be said for that as well, as Fnatic is sticking through their bonus time. We are lacking cores, and Darkseer will be one of them. Ohaiyo Darkseer, I mean, it's a classic sure, and the hero itself, there's nothing wrong with that. The only problem that I see with it is that it's a fairly slow hero.
Oh, dude, Ohaiyo Darkseer, the way he farms on the hero is
Not slow?
not slow at
Only
all.
10
Okay.
seconds.
Don't be surprised if he is the highest net worth, like by the 15,
5
20 minute
seconds.
mark.
Hurry,
Okay.
hurry.
He almost always goes for Helm of the Dominator first, and then what he'll do is just like put Iron Shell onto creeps and farm the jungle while his hero farm the lane, or vice versa. Now, this is nothing new. We've seen Ice do that when Helm of the Dominator was purchased by everybody, but he's one of the few players that still do it, and his GPM skyrockets. And of course, you could find creeps that benefit your team, like, you know, sometimes you just like surge in a centaur in the middle of fight for a stomp. He routinely just one-man combo, vacuum wall, and centaur stomp, and that's your build a wombo combo with Ohaiyo. So that's gonna be the play that I'm looking for.
Right now, if I'm TNC, I don't really see like a big strong threat on the board.
Radiance ban.
I think you like TNC's draft so far.
No, I'm saying like there's no hero that you have to worry about if you're a Fnatic right now.
Oh, like that, okay. Not even the Razor? A little bit?
Not really.
You just run up and kill ya. Take your damage.
I mean, Darkseer is
10 seconds.
one
to
of those
pick.
heroes that lanes well against Razor, because you're not really afraid of him
Radiant
linking you,
team pick.
and you can surge out of that link as well. Queen of Pain is also a fine matchup against Razor. So far, I think you're okay on that front. Like, I don't really see the point of the Razor in this draft right now.
Okay.
Like, there's no Abaddon, there's no Legion.
Only 10 seconds.
We have a Gyro ban and a Medusa ban on the side
5
of both
seconds
TNC and Fnatic.
remain.
And it is Fnatic's turn to pick something, and they need some physical damage. They need a carry. They need an Envy hero. That's why we see the Gyrocopter band. Any Envy hero you prefer to see?
I think Faceless Void is a pretty good combo, pretty good finish with what you got so far. I mean, Fnatic has already got Vacuum and the Earth Spirit Kick, which is kind of the very hard to execute but very flashy combination.
Yeah, but don't you
Dire
just
team
think
are
that
now
you put a
picking.
Chronosphere, and if the static link is there first, you're gonna get all your damage stolen. But they go for a Weaver in the end.
Weaver into the Rubik. At least
Into
the Kuchi steal.
Nice.
But another hero that's very resistant to the static link.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of Envy's best hero. It's not really in the meta, but what he
10
does very
seconds to
well on
pick.
this hero is he's already a ratty player, like split push and stuff like
Choose
that.
your hero.
And this is a offlane Doom
This is an offline Doom.
counter Envy.
Do you like it?
It's interesting.
One of
Doom's
us has
gonna have a
become
tough
too
time.
intimidated
What
by
Envy
the
does very
sheer
well on
power
Weaver
of
is that he
electronic
applies a ton
sports
of
to
pressure,
continue playing.
even under the enemy tower.
Yeah.
And I think Doom's zero base armor is gonna suffer.
I think like Razor just doesn't have a place in this game.
Okay.
Like all the cores on Fnatic are pretty good against it, and then the puck has to do some major lifting, but it's also not like a there's
10
what's
seconds to
the
pick.
point of the puck except some disable. What do you disable?
5
There's no
seconds.
damage.
Hurry,
You're gonna
hurry.
take the damage from Razor, perhaps, but who do you think is gonna take this first game?
Fnatic.
Fnatic?
I like them going Doom to counter Weaver and Quap.
Yeah.
There's too many doomable targets,
Okay.
and as such, I'm gonna go with Fnatic. I think they got the better draft.
I'm going for Fnatic as well, but purely for the Abed Queen of Pain, because that was a amazing show earlier today. I hope we can do the same thing again, but let's see. Let's see if we can do that, or if TNC can take the first game over to Olipixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, the grand final now of the Southeast Asian qualifiers for DreamHack. And it's looking pretty exciting. We've got Abed Quap yet again for Fnatic. And the approach from TNC ending with a Doom. They do pick this Razor, which the panel did raise questions about. What do you think?
directly counters when they picked it. Sure, they picked Darkseer afterward, and there is that interaction between the unstable current, which can purge off the surge in the lane. A little bit hard to actually, like, because it's random time, it's every 5 seconds to actually get that to happen. But if it does, then they can actually kill that Darkseer. So a little bit curious to see why they actually wanted that Razor. Pretty interested in that one, but I do like the Doom pick. I think he can suffer in the lane quite heavily. So,
So apparently there's a pause. I think, what, did someone say there was something wrong with the admin confirming that they all have TPs? Maybe someone said they didn't have a TP? Oh, wait, yeah.
No TP, but I see one in his inventory as well.
Okay.
See everybody having proper items.
So that's a strange bug.
They just had to try it out. They weren't we might have to restart the game, but we'll see what they're going to...
He says he's not got a TP scroll.
Let's find out.
But we do see it. We check Kuku. Yeah,
He's got one. We've got it. He's good. So we're in the game. And yeah, we saw Abed go crazy on this Queen of Pain. Weaver, a hero that I'm not really crazy fond of because it's like very few situations where you actually can just like, dominate the game. I think versus like Batrider in specific, that's one of the usual instances. But this one, it looks like he could have a pretty nice one. It is versus Puck and Tusk and Rubik though, which do pretty well versus him. But like the panel mentioned, there's a lot of elusive heroes that do need to get doomed up. We'll see how it plays out. TNC looked pretty dominant in the last game though. But my biggest concern is that Razor.
We did have a good game of Raven Raisin earlier, but it was against a very nice lineup to play a Razor again. Well, it's going to be a bit of a different test for Raven.
1 minute until 30
a lot of the dictation of this game,
battle.
I mean, it's an Undying lineup. I think we'll have to see how the early game plays out, how much the Undying can actually make space. Because Tim's has had some spectacular ice shards this game, or this day. Yesterday was, or last game was pretty nice. Listen, man, I can't even speak right now. But yeah, last game he had some very nice ice shards coming out, putting in a lot of work. But let's see, mid matchup, we're gonna see some fun coming out here between Abed and Kuku.
Begin the digital sports.
Who gets the favorable help as well in this matchup? As I imagine it will be looked in as a bit of a 2-for-2 with the support rotations.
Kuku gets 2 bounty runes, Abed gets 2 bounty runes as well.
Oh, it is on.
It's a straight up even matchup, at least we'll lose at the start here.
I mean, who should win this lane? But EnVy?
Now it's become a little bit more Puck favored in the recent patches. And now Quap actually has the blink skilled, which I guess you don't really get Shadow Strike versus a Puck anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, you have a little bit more base damage on the Puck.
Video games.
But it's not gonna be a 1v1 matchup either way. It's gonna be 2 heroes there. And both supports actually missed one of the melee creeps in the block. Dual lanes coming out right away. Who gets the first deny? See how it plays out. Ohaiyo pulls the creep wave top, so he'll get a good amount of experience up there, while Raven will last hit nicely under the tower.
And the offlane Doom and the offlane Darkseer, 2 offlane heroes that aren't really the most popular anymore. I'm sure we still see them time to time, but they're definitely not sort of the tier 1 picks like the Darkseer has been in the past, and Doom maybe a little less so. But who do you think is going to have the stronger offlane game this time around on these heroes?
Ohaiyo for sure.
Yeah.
Of discipline.
He has the surge skill level 1, so he can distance himself, and he pulled the creep wave as well, so he got just great experience down there. While you see SamH, he's struggling to stay in the lane a little bit. Those decays really start adding up. 12 strength already stolen from Pi, and they can start dishing out a decent amount of right-click damage with that.
Yeah, once they have the bug skilled up on Weaver, there's definitely kill potential down that lane for sure. And then trying for the shard block. I get it.
Abed actually chose to skill Shadow Strike in this lane this time around. They're trying to punish if the Puck makes any mistakes, but I believe the first one was dodged out. And already looking to be quite Kuku dominant. 7 and 5 to the 3 of Abed. And I'm sure that'll start leveling itself out, depending on where the Tusk and the Earth Spirit make their moves.
DJ, eyes on to TNC. Tim's.
That should help. Almighty money.
There's a bit of 1v1 here at the moment. Ohaiyo over as well, but 1437's there in response. Trying to lead in. Telekinesis holds back DJ, but Ohaiyo gives 1437 a bit of a rundown.
As soon as Raven starts moving over, Fnatic has to back off. Yeah.
No point sticking around for more. Get yourself back to the lane.
This mid matchup, though, Kuku is dominating versus Abed at the moment.
He's had a very good day today, Kuku.
Yeah.
In terms of the laning phase.
He had a double. They had a double melee or double range versus
Yeah.
a melee and a ranged in the beginning too. So he had a little bit more of an advantage. But there is that just base damage advantage that comes out from the puck, and you have the ability to just use your orb to last hit early on. While in comparison, Queen of Pain, you don't really use Scream to last hit until you have a couple levels in it.
And again, these
Denied.
movements from the Tusk. Tim's keeping Abed on his edge.
Yep. Casual right click now. Throw the shards. Just make Abed's life miserable. Even eats the damage from the orb. They have to start rotating every single time that Tusk comes middle. Kuku getting too much of an advantage already. 12 denies. And he will have the double null finished on top of that magic wand. So even more base damage advantage versus the Queen. How the other lane's looking. Darkseer is last hitting better than the Doom as we expected. Mid, roll committal. We can move on to Sam H.
Denied.
Can't commit.
Yes, for both safe lanes, pretty even at the moment. Raven and EternaLEnVy having okay times against the respective offlaners, as you say so far. Ohaiyo finding a little bit more from the lane than Sam H can.
Yeah, as he should. He's a Darkseer. He's even got the option to jungle a bit better than Doom. They're even getting some stacks out for him. Nice roll there by DJ to stack that camp up. Now they'll be able to farm that one together. DJ needs levels, so he will get this level 2, so he can start making better rotations. Sam H for the TP out bottom. The Weaver bugs were committed.
Yeah, what's this? As we said, there would be a few levels on the Weaver. It becomes a very scary lane for the Doom.
Yeah, very low armor hero Doom, so those bugs just really start dishing out a lot of damage.
And still this mid lane.
Behold.
He needs help, Abed.
I'm out.
We're gonna have the boulder smash. But it's not enough. Kuku just dominant in this mid lane.
The amount of denies is really the big thing. So sure, he has 21 last hits, but 17 denies in
I mean,
the mid hero.
all top lane. Roll in from Tim's, coming in with a gank, looking for a higher. He's gone. First blood for Tim's, making an impression on top lane with his Tusk performance.
Radiant's top tower is being
TNC
attacked.
looking pretty good in this laning phase so far. The mid lane is just such a blunder
Radiant's
that I
top
think
tower
that's
is
like the
under
biggest thing we
siege.
saw. Like Abed was a
Radiant
big
structures
deal
are
for that.
fortified.
What's the XP
Wins.
difference between the two mids? Is there much about?
I mean, Puck's
What?
halfway to 6,
Yeah.
and Queen of Pain's halfway to 5. So it's a pretty significant amount. They haven't been able to use the Ion Shell with the Earth Spirit yet on the side of Fnatic.
Behold. Bye-bye.
Commit from Kuku on the mid. He went very aggressive there with the orb. Doesn't have the phase shift now either. Getting committed on. DJ does not have mana for a second spell though.
That is the thing, as you say. If this puck does
Puck out.
get off to a good start, get a good time on the blinking mules, there is very little way that Fnatic can trap him, and the only time he's ever going to die is if he does make a misplay himself.
Yeah, definitely.
The catch is severely lacking on Fnatic's lineup.
Yeah, Kuku and Raven off to an incredibly good start. Sam H also still getting levels down here, which is excellent for him. He's found the toughness aura from the Wild Wing, but now Pi and Envy, they make the collapse. Sam H instantly TP's out. Will he be able to survive? He does.
Oh my goodness.
That bonus armor from the aura that he just picked up was pretty much exactly what saved him there.
And that, I mean, I'm a little surprised that Fnatic haven't put more pressure on the Doom and tried to get a kill, because I feel that out of all the lanes, that looks to be the easy kill with the heroes that they have, but the Doom, they've been unable to claim it.
Ohaiyo top. 143 seconds there. He's got the lift.
TP in from Pilot. I will put them off from going too crazy. Still thinking about it, Raven. With the Idler Smite, he's just doing a lot of damage. They're getting very, very, very low on Fnatic, and DJ's gone. Raven.
He wants to continue this.
Yeah, he's salving up. He's looking towards Ohio. Snowballs in. He's trapped up. Shards as well. Double kill. Raven. I mean, we saw that Fnatic. They send 3 heroes up there. They just can't do anything to during the Eye of the Storm. It's just too much AoE damage coming through, targeting them. And they don't have any sort of catch other than the Earth Spirit or any sort of way to punish these sort of plays behind their own tier 1s.
Yeah, DJ's having a very rough start on this Earth Spirit. Still only level 2, unable to find any successful rotations, but now bottom, Sam H has committed. He's getting
This
gone on.
should be a kill for sure.
Yeah.
Scorched Earth.
Got stick charges though. He should still go down here to the expected. Will he? No.
Oh, he's still live.
It's enough to survive.
Oh no! Fnatic just can't catch a break.
Dude, it's the toughness aura.
Yeah.
That bonus 3 armor is literally saving him mid lane. Got another committal by Tim.
Abed does have a Sonic Wave. He should, for sure, have at least one of these, and Tim's will go down. So Fnatic get themselves on the board.
Much needed kill in this early game. Pieliedie coming in with the response this time around. Kuku gonna be going for this tombstone in the mid lane though. Big bonus gold for him if he's able to get that last hit.
Some disconnects from Fnatic.
Yep.
Nothing to be said. Maybe just looking for the quick reconnect. But yeah, so far, CS as well. It's looking like a hot start for TNC.
Yeah, I mean, Abed is getting heavily shut down. He is 1,900 net worth to the 3,000 of the Puck, and then Razor as well, since he got that double kill. 4K net worth to the 3,400 of the Weaver. So the Razor pick, they're making it work already. Just having that very self-sufficient hero that doesn't really rely too much on many other heroes having to be there. 1437 just been pulling for the most part, wrapping around from the sides, and Arcane Boots already finished on Rubik at this early in the game is very nice.
That's going to allow a lot of good stuff to come out from these movements. And,
Yeah, they were the
much
panel.
more than DJs.
The panel was mentioning too how he's got Sakuchi steal. Sakuchi's probably one of the other spells he can steal in majority of games. It's a very low cooldown positioning. It's excellent.
Sakuchi, Blink, Surge, Rock. There's a lot of positioning spells for Rubik to steal.
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Tombstone can be very nice.
It is a bit of a dream game for the Rubik, that is for sure.
Earth Spirit spells are pretty awful, but you never really steal from them. You just steal from everybody else, and you can get some decent stuff.
Yeah, if you go with anyone else, I don't know what would potentially be the worst spell out of all the rest. There's not really. It doesn't really feel like there is one. Maybe
Shadow
even
Strike.
I mean, I guess because it's normally low level.
Yeah.
True. That's probably going to be the worst once he hits 6.
Yeah. Everything else is pretty decent. Like Shadow Strike and Decay, I would say, are probably the worst ones that he can steal from them. But
Is Decay not any good?
Decay's Decay's. You want something bigger than that.
I mean, you got the manas to spam it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Definitely potential for some big Rubik plays.
Yeah, he pretty much just never steal from Earth Spirit. Sam H, we'll be getting level 6 pretty soon on the Doom, and that'll be really nice if they can actually get like a smoke up and go for the Weaver. They have really good ways to kill him. Envy, of course, will be rushing that Lincoln Sphere on Weaver to be able to block that.
Apologies for this pause. Looks like Fnatic do have some issues at the moment.
Yeah, they just said Kale from
And
Abed.
he's back in. And he's back out.
And he's gone again.
He's gone again.
So my concern, Fnatic, is the Earth Spirit unable to really find nice rotations in this laning phase, and they're running a dual melee support with an Undying, so the early game is extremely important. Even Pi said himself, he's like, you need to have a good early game on this hero, otherwise it's pretty tough to play.
Trying his best Pi, but as we've seen, it's hard for him to really find a lane to have huge impact.
Yeah.
With the draft that TNC managed to slide through. And the Razor so far, we sort of wondered strength would be, and as it seems, it's just the fact that it can get a way of running at heroes, and there is not that many ways to hold him back.
Yeah, they've got the good lockdown for him to just be a menace in the game too.
Yeah.
They've got the Snowball to make sure he can always catch up. Snowball save as well. Puck Coil working with Razor very nicely. You always get your static link off on top of your Eye of the Storm focusing somebody.
And he's back.
DJ's back. So here we go.
The action back off, ladies and gentlemen.
Where were we?
Into the
Radiant was pushing.
TNC
Or was it?
versus
Never mind.
Fnatic.
Everyone just go bottom.
Kuku the big standout though so far. Another pause though. Seems like we're having some
Oh
issues coming
no!
out for Fnatic. They're just getting spikes, lag spikes.
Envy, please. What is wrong with the internet?
Looks like, I mean, it looks like TNC wants to set up a
He's
kill
ready.
here on top for Ohio. They're pinging it out like crazy. They know that he's cutting the wave. He does not have his TP up either. We'll see if we have rotations come out from TNC to punish that. Mid lane, Tim's TPs, fills Kuku's bottle, and they'll continue that pressure onto Abed. Non-stop throwing shards at him. Up. Trying to push Ohio out of the lane. Envy does have the perseverance finish, so as we said, he will rush that Lincolns versus a Doom. Abed has not... Abed very shut down though, as we mentioned several times. No bottle on him. He has solid disadvantage versus the Puck. Puck now level 8, Abed level 6. They're looking to set up a kill down bottom. Onto SamH, smoked up with Abed and with DJ.
Gorge Turf has been used, but even with that, with the two of them, they're going to have to get the double disable if they want to try. Here we go, looking for the roll, and
They got
DJ,
it.
that's the one. That's exactly what they needed, that two-man boulder smash to set up for Abed. Double kill. That's a big play there for DJ, as we said earlier. Had a bit of a slow start, but that involvement and that play as a team is going to kick him back into the game.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Rotation coming down.
EternaLEnVy, level 8. Weaver. And, deciding between getting the Lincolns or getting the treads on the way.
TP from Envy. He's trying to put pressure on the top. They're looking for Tim's. He's got the Shikuchi, got the bugs. Tim's has Snowball, but does not have shards up. He is looking pretty dead. And we see the Puck coil mid. They're going for Abed as well.
Tim's trying to roll away. Kuku falling very low, so does Abed. He's got the phase shift. Abed jumps forward and with the screen. It's enough burst to get the kill. Tim's still on the retreat, but Envy will chase him down. Oh!
The static link reduce damage. The neutral creeps get the deny on Tim's. Wow. But they do lose Kuku. That is a very big kill coming
Who got
out
the money
from
for that one? Abed did, didn't he? Yeah. Always nice to the clock. Bottom lane, pressure coming in onto Pi, as he is doomed, literally. Pi
Radiant's bottom tower
is
is
dead.
being attacked.
Raven and SamH move in, they may both put pressure on this tier 1. Same time, Envy and Abed pushing in on the mid lane. Kuku back to the tier 1 mid. Oh, Abed, he gets out in this room, baby.
Radiant have fortified.
He
their
is
towers.
out of there.
having just enough wand charges
Radiant's
to
bottom
save him
tower
there.
is being attacked.
Almost clutch play coming out from 147 in Kuku. Bottom, they throw the Doom out, I think just because we want to secure this tower. I think Pi is probably like, you know what, at least I ate the Doom, but yeah, TNC mostly wanted to just pressure that tower and taking it down. And 3k gold advantage for them now, even though they've hemorrhaged a couple kills
Dire's
just now.
top tower is under siege.
Ohio,
Tim's.
they're looking for Tim's.
Oh, maybe looking for
Radiant's
Ohio.
bottom tower under
the
fire.
surge. Maybe if he managed to get the Iron Shell. Could be nice.
Bottom, heavy rotations coming down.
Oh,
Dire's
Sam
top
is
tower
deep.
is being
Yeah,
attacked.
Weaver's porting down too.
Oh, Envy gets the bugs onto both of them. He focuses towards Sam. Sam tries for the TP out, but the Sonic Wave means that he ain't going nowhere. That's Sam H down. Chasing as well for Raven. This would be a big kill if they could get it. Oh, looks like Envy's going to hold back. Not content with diving any further as he's worried about backup coming in for TNC.
Gold
Very nice.
is a great
Look at
conductor.
Fnatic still a bit behind, but in the last few minutes they've made a lot of big moves. The Queen of Pain, who was so heavily shut down in laning, is 5-0.
Raven?
Oh, I guess Pi committed up there.
He did.
He was putting. I guess he was putting a ward down. It looks like, and Raven just was able to close the gap on him with the link. Playing on Dying versus Razor is not very fun. And yeah, the Hood already finished up on Raven. He's queued up the Shiva's Guard just like last game, going for that similar item build,
Radiant's
wanting
middle
some
tower
armor
is being attacked.
to be able to deal with the Weaver, even though he already has pretty high armor. And now Smoke, Kuku, and 1437. They're looking for Ohio. And they should be able to find him here.
Here we go. Quick lead in. Telekinesis. Down into the silence. Snowball from Tim's. And Ohio is trapped and murdered. 4K gold lead now for TNC, getting quite the lead. Raven is just, he's blowing everyone away. 7K.
He's so farmed.
That's crazy. I mean, he is, what, 302?
302 and 91 last hits is the big thing there. He's been farming like a champ.
So some of the best, as I say, I always remember just seeing bad Razor performances. But Ravens today have been some of the best I've seen in a long while. Very, very solid.
Mid lane, they're looking to collapse. Pi will be the culprit.
I mean, just look, and then, yeah, Razor's suddenly there.
Yep. And
He's
they're
always
the tower.
in position to fight with the team. And it's getting pretty crazy very early on.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're really putting the pressure to close the map a bit, just to get the map control versus Fnatic's lineup. They're already gonna have 3 towers in comparison to the 0 that Fnatic has been taking, and Fnatic hasn't really put pressure on any of the towers
Radiant's
either.
middle tower has fallen.
Very deep aggressive wards coming here too from TNC, as you
Radiant's
see,
middle
watching
tower
all
is
of
taking
the
damage.
respective avenues from to bottom lane and to mid lane, so they will see all those movements. So top lane, maybe they'll abandon that one in a short while, since just the warding would tell me that.
I guess Dire's courier will never
Envy
answer
does
for
find a courier snipe.
Dire's bottom tower
All right,
is
didn't have
being
anything
attacked.
on, but Courier.
Yep, gold. So they will see that the Queen of Pain is rushing Orchid now, since double stage is masking the inventory. So I would imagine that Kuku goes for Blink and Yules as fast as possible on that puck. Top, Sam might go down here. Everybody from Fnatic making their way up there.
And Roll's gonna miss, gets the silence. Just
coming out.
TV's and Snap. Oh! Actually able to get the Doom off on the quad, keeping Abed out of the fire. They turn towards DJ, trapped in the tree line. And the Tombstone was actually offered up as well, so they'll be able to farm that. TNC with quick reactions.
Look at Ohio. Just creating space. That Ion Shell will kill some of that creep wave as well that he placed earlier. TNC's warding. Look at how aggressive they have been. While we look at Fnatic, they only have that one ward that Pi placed with his suicide earlier. TNC 5K gold ahead already though.
Fnatic. Their lineup, they need Queen of Pain, they need Abed to work and to shift this sort of front. So far he's doing very, very, very well himself. He's what, 5-0-0 on the quad.
Yeah.
Very clean. He has turned up each and every time the Sonic Wave and put a stop to pushes that TNC have been making.
He gets the Orchid at good timing too. You'll see him just get a lot of snowball kills onto the puck or onto the supports from the side of TNC. Raven is definitely an issue though. He's gonna have Shiva's guard finished up in a short while. He's already gonna have one of the big pieces if he wants to pick up the Mystic Staff. In mid, TNC starting to knock at the front door. Sam H looks like he's saving for a Blink Dagger or some kind of gap closing item so he can get on top of that Weaver. Bottom, Raven, Envy's trying to put some pressure onto him here. He's got the mana break talent as well, so decent amount of damage, and Raven just, he's out to the shrine.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Look at his mid tower, the tier 2 getting pretty low already. TNC putting a lot of pressure. This tower's just gonna die.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked. No more middle tower
16
for
minutes
Radiant.
They have a big tower advantage.
And that's, I mean, you look at TNC's lineup and it's not really a big tower pushing lineup in terms of hitting towers. At this stage, you know, without sort of the Ags on the Razor and such, you know, having this lineup early on, you don't expect them to necessarily be taking tier 2s from the mid lane at 17 minutes.
Oh, Envy's got to be careful. Everybody's starting to close the gap on him here. Does have TPs available. Trying to go to the safest place possible. So look at this. TNC, they might just transition this into the bottom of the top lane though. Kuku is silenced. Centaur creep, trying to close the gap, but Kuku is fine.
Oh, and he's ready to turn. Dream onto DJ, 1437 comes in and Kuku jumps in for the kill.
And he'll get Centaur creep. Even more gold.
Dire's middle
And
tower
Blink is finished.
attacked.
Now they can start looking to go for the Queen
Maybe
of Pain
they
or
want
to
to
go for the
attack
Weaver
Dire's
with that
towers
Blink
for a
on
few
the
seconds
on the
here.
puck. And top, like I was mentioning, TNC, they're taking another tier 2 already. It's 17 minutes.
Radiant's bottom
That's an easy
tower
one.
is being attacked.
They do get the kill, but as you say,
Bottom tower has
structures
fallen.
that the worrying thing now for Fnatic. Losing so much of their map. and they're gaining so
Dire's
little
top tower
of the
is
map of
being
TNC.
attacked.
They've only taken one
Radiant's
tier 1
bottom
so
tower
far.
under fire.
He might be able to get the mid, but Raven is starting to rotate down there already. I mean, he's got plate mill, he's got the Mystic that pretty much has Shivas done on this Razor. 18
And
minutes.
he's massive.
Phase, drum, hood, Shivas, that is pretty absurd how quick he's got
yeah,
it.
he's big to the point that I think you're only taking down Raven if you have the Sonic Wave available. Without the Sonic Wave, I just don't see the damage being there.
Yeah. And okay, so Sam H went for a Shadow Blade instead of the Blink. So just some kind of gap closer is what I was saying, and he can actually go for that pretty easily. If any of the cores are found, he will be able to get that kill on them. Abed does have Orchid finished up now though for Fnatic, so that's a pretty good timing for him to be able to find anyone since there's no Yule Scepter just yet on the puck, but that is the next item on the docket for Kuku.
Yeah, and the Shadow Blade Doom, as you say, good against the cores, and more specifically a great way of punishing the Orchid Rush on the quad. They are going to have to keep their detection, their sentries up all around if they want to allow this quad to make aggressive plays without worrying about the Doom coming in.
EternaLEnVy does have Lincoln's finished up at least though, so he can likely survive since he can block that Doom, unless someone else is able to break it, of course.
In the mid, ready to jump. Have the Dream Coil. Anyone comes around. Team are relatively close. It'll just jump in. Looks high.
He's there though.
And he's his backup. Here it is, Sam. Comes in with the Doom. The Sonic Wave came out, and with the quad doomed, he's in so much trouble, Abed. Force punch finishes him off, and this puck, he's staying alive. Kuku gets out. The bait play pays off. What a beautiful play. I mean, Kuku, you saw him messing around there. TNC they were close enough to come in. The Shadow Blade from Sam H doing absolute work there. Abed did not expect this sudden Doom to come in like that. And now they're knocking on tier 3s.
TNC's looking incredibly good right now. They're not really allowing Fnatic to get much off the map, as you were mentioning previously.
They've just got such a good, you know, an executable game planning. They know what they would need to do, and they're absolutely doing it. Fnatic, they're a little bit all over the place. Sort of knee-jerk reactions to plays the TNC are making, and not really trying to go for anything of their own.
Yeah, I think it's because how the laning phase happened when they've been undying. They're like, okay, we don't really have catch for this puck. This Razor's too big for us to kill, and Sam H has kind of been off the map for quite a while now. With the Shadow Blade finished, on top of that now he's got Drum too. So he's keeping up a good pace since he maxed that Devour, of course. Keeping up with the farm of the Darks here, even though Ohaiyo, we've been seeing him farming with the Ion Shell, like Lumi was mentioning. He's spamming Ion Shell on wave, spamming Ion Shell on his dominated creep, and farming as much as possible, but still TNC pulling so far ahead because of all this tower advantage and map control. Fnatic though, they're looking to get on the aggressive. They know Doom is on cooldown, trying to take advantage of that. TNC, the 3 cores are together.
Yep. And they're big and they're tanky.
They're all grouping up now too.
There we go. Oh, they do get the dust out. Boulder Smash is going to miss, so Sam H will be fine for now. Kuku jumping in with a 3-man Dream Coil into the snowball forward from Tims. They've taken 1. Abed falling low. Fadebolt finishes him off from 40-37. They've lost 2 on Fnatic, and maybe even 4. Ohaiyo, he's surrounded. He's trying to run himself out of there. They'll chase him down. Raven was looked towards by DJ. DJ couldn't quite finish off the kill. Ohaiyo finally goes down. TNC getting 3. Kuku with the quick blink jump Dream Coil.
And they see EternaLEnVy there. They have a ward on the high ground.
Oh, EternaLEnVy. He's been caught out. The silence connects. The stun from the snowball guarantees them a 4th.
That was absolutely
TNC.
perfect by Kuku. That silence
jump.
Dream Coil. Oh my god. That's a 5-for-0 wipe. Now they're 12k gold ahead, and they read that movement absolutely perfectly. You saw the Tusk TP'd into everybody collapsed so quickly.
A prize.
And now they still have Doom. They didn't even have to use. I mean, the Doom wasn't even up during that engagement.
Radiant have fortified their towers.
Dream Coil will be up again also in 5 seconds, and TNC looking to take that last tier 2, last outer tower. Absolutely incredible read of the map there. Abed has to go for BKB now. He had the Lincoln's queued up, but I think after getting silenced and coiled like that, he realizes he needs that straight match community, which will let him always get doomed out if TNC does see him. And they're getting all of their big items already now on TNC.
Radiant's top
Yule
tower
Scepter
is being
flown out to the puck. I mean, 1437 has a Yules, Tim's has a mech. The supports on the side of TNC
Yes,
are absolutely massive. This is really grim looking for Fnatic at the moment. They have to find something to be able to take a fight here, but just still unable to do so.
And I mean, it just feels like that. EnVy's Weaver, this hero has just struggled to have any sort of impact on this game.
Yeah.
The Doom and Razor, these are two massive cores now, and once they get ahead of you, you just really struggle with having the damage to bring them down.
Yeah. They might be able to find Sam H up here if they commit onto it, but no, they're actually going into the pit, but there's a Sigil already going in to scout them. Uh-oh, Fnatic, they're not going to bring this down in time. TNC's going to respond.
They can't go for
instantly.
this play. They have to bail.
I might pay with his life here. They don't commit just yet. TNC all in the area.
TNC back to pushing. They know that with the speed that they can push now, it's unlikely that Fnatic will try for a Roshan if their high ground's being
Radiant's middle
threatened.
tower is
It
taking
would be a
damage.
very risky play for Fnatic to do it. Oh, he's got the TP, and so DJ is not going to be back for this defense. Abed's actually up here as well. It will get the deny onto DJ. DJ's down for 30 though, and TNC, they're into the base. They're taking the tier 3s, they're knocking on the melee racks 24 minutes in. Can they finish this melee racks? Buyback's going to be there for DJ. That's all they came for. They'll back off, they're happy with that one. Shadow Blade 4 from Sam H. Fnatic are trying to lead in on this. They want to fight. Tins pops the dust. Quick time that's from EnVy. Takes him out of harm's way.
Fnatic can't take the fight outside the base like that. They had to expend the buyback from DJ there to try to get the combo with the Darkseer, because that's their only really big team fight, but further and further do they fall behind. 16,000 gold lead for TNC, 15,000 experience. TNC just making all the right moves this game.
That should help.
I really don't know how they turn this one around. This is looking to be like one of those games we had yesterday where at this point it's incredibly hard to see how on earth you bring this one back, as the team behind by quite a large portion.
I completely agree. I don't really see. I think the only way they can take a fight is if they get some incredible vacuum combo with the Earth Spirit, and even then, it's really tough for them. Kuku, instant blink away as soon as they start to commit on him. Full BKB finished on Raven now, and looking at Fnatic's physical damage, it's not there. Weaver does not do high physical as a hero. Takes him a lot of items for him to really be able to do that.
Double harm shall I deal?
Has queued up the Deso, but don't know if that'll even help the problem that is happening inside of the fights. Ohaiyo did expend the wall in the mid lane.
Stay near.
I think TNC might try to catch something here. They look for DJ.
Get out.
Kuku didn't use the Yules offensively to stop the TP. I guess he was a little bit afraid of where the positioning of the fight was. Roche is available if they want to try to commit for it here. They don't really have anything like a Solar Crest to go kill it quickly though. And Razor does not hit Roshan.
Without the accident, it's this BKB hub build saying that they can certainly sort of go for the high ground push, but I don't think they'll be feeling any sort of pressure at the moment, TNC, as they are so far ahead.
Behold.
What can Fnatic do? 3 cores at the top. What that net worth on TNC's side.
I mean, the Rubik has almost got the same net worth as the Darkseer and the Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
1437 has the Solar Crest queued up, so that's the indicator that they want to go for the Roshan. And look at this item by SMH. S and Y on Doom. He wants to be a damage dealer as well. He wants to be able to transition.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
So scary for Fnatic. And look at what EnVy has queued up. That's how desperate they're feeling on this Weaver.
No.
Oh yeah. EnVy has queued up Divine Rapier on
I mean,
Weaver.
oh boy. If If he gets it, which is a big if, I don't know if he's get. I mean, maybe he will get it. But
I don't think that'll. I don't even think that'll help him versus TNC. Like TNC's just farming the whole map while you see
I don't know. It is a
Fnatic farming
rapier.
nothing.
That's a lot of damage.
Sure. Maybe if you're Roshan, that's they
Oh,
think
no.
they're win condition.
Oh,
Oh,
Abed.
Structures are
he's dead.
fortified.
Same age.
Oh, these jukes.
Yeah, he
though.
juked a bit, but now he's found him. He's dead.
Losing my
Oh,
voice.
and 1437 steals Blink. He's got Solar Crest as well. That might be the go time for Roshan from TNC.
I think it definitely will be. Take Roche and try and push the issue. That's a quap down for 45 seconds. Envy. Will he?
We've learned
Will he?
from Radiant's
Oh.
It's the barrier
not to
too.
walk in the
Might
dark
make-
tide of
might
evil
make
into
things a bit
your
trickier.
heart.
He wants to try and get up that relic. But they're into the pit, as expected. And they'll get this Roche.
I'm not seeing a way back into this for Fnatic.
Dude, the Envy's buying a rapier.
I don't think that's the way back, man. I think they just they have a massive damage problem. And losing the early game so hard with an Undying, they don't have great ways to come back into the game. Like I said, I think they need like a perfect vacuum combos with the Earth Spirit. And even then, there's already like mech and stuff on the Tusk. They have no field as well, even though no field's activated aggressively at the moment. They have so many different ways to mitigate Fnatic's damage. Envy is literally the only physical damage dealer. Everything else is magical.
I just really want to see him get it. I just feel like we're not going to see him actually get it.
I don't think he'll get it.
I don't think he's going to get it in time.
He's trying.
Like-
Look at the places he's farming. He's farming the enemy jungle, just trying his best here. Oh, a courier.
Oh, correct. Envy. Oh.
Oh,
It was a little slow on that.
He got
Oh,
it.
hello, he's got it.
He's got it anyway.
He's got
Die
it.
with a stench of evil on their souls as Dyer's has.
I wonder if they clicked on him and saw
Please,
Demon
let
Edge.
this
They're
one
probably
be
like,
the
what?
last.
More money for the rapier fund. 22k, 21k behind. TNC have just been absolutely owning it today.
Abed bottom. Does he show himself? He has shown himself. TNC is there. A couple heroes to snowball. Unable to get the list off though. And he does get it.
What a shot. Tim's getting that vision.
He's got another blink. Abed
Excuse
pauses.
me. Now that is BM. I mean, does he get out of this?
He has no TP. He can blink.
He can blink.
He can
but
blink
that's-
down, but there's already a Razor coming down. Oh, Dota crashed, it seems. But yeah, this is looking, this is looking pretty much impossible. It's a 22,000 gold lead,
22,000.
22,000 experience
30
lead.
minutes in. Wow.
And there's a Doom on the enemy team. Yeah, it's grim.
Playing it nice. TNC.
Yeah, they made all the right moves. They took very, very early towers. They got down deep wards aggressively, and they were able to take majority of the fights. Fnatic is ready to go, but TNC for a moment.
Oh, did it? Okay.
So Abed, can he survive? That wasn't offensive
Well-
heals used on him there.
As you say, well, he's got the blink.
Yep,
He can silence one.
sure. There's Guardian
So-
Greaves on the Tusk. So
I think he can live it, right? If he gets in the trees, they won't be able to find him.
He's got no TP though, and Razor's coming. They can just try like looking for him. We'll see.
Yeah.
Gets the silence on the Rubik, blinks down. Raven's there though. And
There we go, you're
gets the kill. Yep.
Razor does it.
Scorch your
name.
Dyer's middle
Oh, Envy's got an illusion room. That'll help with the money.
He's looking for the mid tower, but there's still a glyph of fortification.
Oh no, is he getting out? Oh, is it? Oh, the dream cold dodge, but he may still be dead. Oh no.
I have found him anyway. The crit from Sam H to finish the deal with the Inferno Blade.
The dreams of Rapier slowly fading.
Perfect time to push as well for TNC. Double siege units, 30 minutes. If they try to go for it here, but nope. And first they're gonna go for a pick off here. They find DJ, and he looks very dead. The nuke damage from the aggressive no field plus the Veil. Tons of damage, and with Alpha Wolf Aura, they go for the high ground push. And Aghanim's is queued up on Raven to seal the deal, but this one, I think this one is in the bag, Owen.
Yeah, this is looking like some of the one-sided games we had on one of the SDA region.
Yeah.
Just a complete outclass in this game one, as it seemed. He's gone. They've got the back wall. There is no follow-up. They're looking for a Sonic Wave. Comes a couple.
Rise in my presence.
Got buyback available on Ohaiyo. They will have maybe one more fight as a full
Radiant's
5-man.
bottom barracks has fallen.
Nah, okay, with the old score there, they'll just call it a GG is called. Fnatic tap out. TNC take game 1 here.
The Dota understand Dota
It wasn't a close one. It was not
That
a close one at all. That was TNC just utter dominance.
Very methodical play. Shutting down Abed in the mid lane seemed to work incredibly well.
Yeah.
Sam H got left to his own devices, but he caught up very nicely on the Doom. But the fact that Quap was just so shut down, they claimed themselves
we love. Hoping for some more of anything that comes along. Oh, forever high above, the kind of feeling of letting go and go free falling, living on top of the world. Blue skies and night swings, never keeping track of time. Solid skin driving and all I can breathe is you, so I only for this ride. So I know we're moving fast, and some say we won't last, but I will be alright as long as I know I'm with you. Oh, forever summer high, I know that we'll be fine. Letting go and go free falling, living on top of the world. Blue skies and night swings, never keeping track of time. Sun and skin driving and all I can breathe is you, so I only for this ride.
5 seconds remain.
I also
Lead.
wouldn't put
See if
too
I
much
care.
emphasis on the result of the game 1. I mean, we saw Fnatic
Radiance
losing to
ban.
Mineski in game 1 today in
Dire's
very
ban.
significant fashion.
Radiance
And then-
ban.
Look at that.
Game 2, different draft coming right back.
They gave you the energy to Fnatic.
Are we even 2
Oh,
minutes?
Yeah, we're 2 minutes. Look,
They're just cheering for Rudolph.
this has just been 2 minutes ago,
What is cheering for Rudolph? That doesn't show.
and it's back to
is
50-50.
Fnatic Rudolph?
Yes, if we
10
go to game
seconds to pick.
3,
No,
there's
like
a chance
I said,
that we won't make it to the restaurant.
yes,
for the
we
Rainbow.
will.
We still have to
Hurry,
record something
hurry.
afterwards.
How long is that gonna
I don't
take?
Dire's
know.
ban.
It's not gonna take like 4 hours.
It might. I don't know.
All right,
There's a game.
we're in.
Radiance ban.
We'll save the discussions for when we're.
I'm eating that
great.
reindeer.
Okay, calm down. He's not gonna eat the reindeer.
You
don't
could
worry.
you could follow
got
follow us
I
on
knew they
Twitter
couldn't
and
stay
to check
away.
for pictures of Rudolph.
I'm not gonna tweet a picture of Rudolph.
I will.
All right. Well, we got a game. We're game
Only
2,
10
and
seconds.
TNC is on the verge of making it to their
5 seconds
first
remain.
major of this Dota 2 Pro
Dire's
circuit.
ban.
They have banned out the Bane, the Earthshaker, and the Ogre Magi. And Fnatic banned out Nightstalker and Puck. Fnatic here with their backs against the rope. They have made it to a major before, but they have not qualified for a major before. The only
Yeah.
reason they got there was because Happy Feet couldn't make it, and the
Only
second in
10
line couldn't make
seconds.
it, and then
They got a charity.
they
picture.
got the
Radiant
third in
team
line
pick.
because they could get the
Dire
visas
team
and stuff.
pick.
What's that last band?
Omni
Omni
Knight.
Knight. And the Tusk first pick for TNC. So immediately when you see a Tusk, I want to make sure that Abed either gets,
Dire
let's say,
team are now
an
picking.
Queen of Pain, a Morana, some sort of hero that could
Get away from the shard?
get away from the shards.
Yeah.
This combination we've seen Fnatic run before. Clockwork and Dying.
Yep. Strong opening. Most likely both are going to be the 4 positions, as in 4-5,
10
but
seconds
4
to
mostly.
pick.
And I do need to mention that we have seen Ohaiyo play the clock
5
before on the
seconds.
offlane.
Hurry, hurry.
But that was when both Abed and Envy had 2 heroes that were very greedy,
Yeah,
that
was
allowed
the,
for that.
Was terribly Death Prophet?
Yeah, I think you were right. But it could happen again. Not like regardless, it's a strong hero to have. Both DJ and Ohaiyo played really well.
Dire's ban.
And we have our Queen of Pain, but it is on the side of TNC, not on the side of Fnatic.
I think it's time to get some Viper up in this.
Yeah, I'm
10
most
seconds
surprised
to
about that, I
pick.
think. I mean, Winter Wyvern falling off with the nerf, sure. Did Viper get a change?
5 seconds.
I don't think
hurry,
he did.
hurry.
Not this.
Not this,
not
like
this
this
recent one.
This mini patch? The Southeast Asian scene, we have not seen Viper at all. But you don't want. You just said that you want a hero that can get out from the ice shard, so that's
Radiance
not Viper
ban.
either.
I mean, if you do pick Viper, then you just put Undying mid like constantly, or just have
Dire's
Undying
ban.
follow the Tusk around. But I don't even know if Fnatic picks Viper, so
Nobody picks Viper in the Southeast Asian scene.
What are those two bans?
Only
We
10
have an Invoker
seconds.
ban on the side of TNC. That is another
5
Abed
seconds
special that we
remain.
got a taste of earlier today.
Radiance
Or rather, that
ban.
Mineski got a taste of earlier today. And Fnatic ban out the Batrider as well as the Razor. And Razor is the hero that TNC just won 3 games in a row with, so that seems like a good one.
Ten seconds to pick.
We are waiting for the
5 seconds
5th
remain.
ban on the side of TNC. So far, this draft is already quite a bit faster than we've
Dire
seen
team pick.
previously. Previously, both TNC and Fnatic were already ticking heavily into their bonus time at this stage of the draft. We have the Terrible 8 banned out by TNC. They don't want to have Envy play one of his most comfortable heroes.
Radiant team pick.
And the Beastmaster, that means that we are going to see Beastmaster for Ohio, Clockwork for DJ, and pieliedie on the Undying once more.
yeah. So far for Fnatic, it's very, very standard. One getting the
Only
comfort
10
heroes.
seconds.
This is Ohio's had like amazing performances on that hero
5
recently.
seconds. Hurry,
Yeah.
hurry.
I do like it a lot for them.
Starting from the landing stage, the man somehow is able to 1v2 or 1v3. So gets very, very good farm and experience.
Yeah, in the 3rd game they played against Mineski, this was their opening as well, the Clockwork
Dire
Undying
team are now
Beastmaster.
picking.
They did that game have an
Witch
Invoker
Doctor.
and a Razor, so they won't be able to get those anymore.
Yep.
But I think in terms of style heroes, a strong mid and a tanky safe laner, perhaps we are going to see that again so that it can push early, perhaps. Witch Doctor picked by TNC.
Only 10 seconds.
Very good against Beastmaster.
But less good against Clock
5
and the
seconds.
Tombstone,
Hurry, hurry.
Balances out.
Yeah. It's good against the playstyle of the Beastmaster though, because Beastmaster is generally split pushing on the side lanes and a cask Maledict.
Radiant team
The
now
Maledict in
picking.
particular, because a lot of times these split pushers do tend to make it away, but the Maledict ticks them down. Especially now you have one of the best burst spells in the game, the Sonic Wave.
The Dusa coming out for Fnatic.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen
10
Fnatic play
seconds to
Dusa at all?
pick.
The first series it was banned every single game, so not today.
5
I'm not
seconds
entirely
remain.
sure about yesterday.
Dire's back.
Yeah, I even wonder if that's going to be Envy playing it or not. Here comes a PL counter pick. And right now, Fnatic is very soft against illusions.
Yesterday, Fnatic did not play Medusa. Got ignored
Only
in
10
the series they
seconds.
had against TNC.
So
5
yesterday we saw
seconds.
Moran
Hurry,
or
hurry.
Medusa counter picking an illusion hero.
Yeah.
With Aghanim Scepter. Because the Aghanim Scepter does allow you to one-shot illusion. The problem with that is Phantom Lancer makes illusions so fast that even if he gets his first wave of illusions killed,
Radiant's
He'll have a
back.
second wave.
he'll have a second wave before your Mystic Snake comes off cooldown.
And
that,
then he might just be burning all your mana.
yeah,
Yep.
sure. So it's Aghanim Scepter isn't even a solution to PL.
Not a guaranteed one anyway.
So
10
PL
seconds
counters,
to pick.
there's Sven. In terms of safe lane
5
heroes.
seconds remain.
We have the Nyx Assassin ban on the side of Fnatic. Just not have that against Medusa. We are
Radiant's turn to
lacking
royally
a
screwed up.
offlane hero for TNC. This is assuming Tusk isn't offlane because there's still that chance that it will be. Although we're not expecting that, I would imagine. And Tinker ban. By
TNC always bans Tinker, but I do like it here because Ag's laser is
Only 10 seconds.
going to allow you to find that PL relatively quickly.
5 seconds.
But even then,
hurry,
I'm not sure if
hurry.
Fnatic would have picked a Tinker, because PL is actually pretty decent at catching Tinker. You could
Mhm.
double ganger into the trees to break them, and then to find out where the Tinker's location is.
Do you think that the Tusk is offlane or a support? Like, what is TNC looking for? Are they looking for a Sam H hero?
Yeah, I think they'll be looking for a same age hero.
Oh, Bat Rider's out. Nyx Assassin's out. What is another typical Sam H hero that you can see them go for? Like Weaver.
I think this is really good. Because what Fnatic wants to do against that PL is you want to put Undying Beastmaster versus it. You want to put a ton of that pressure on PL. Because you cannot allow PL to have a good game. So then that frees up the offlane for TNC to have a good matchup. And the Weaver is probably one of the most self-sufficient
5 seconds
heroes.
remain.
So what is their NV hero here?
They need a last pick that has a ton of AoE.
They can deal with Weaver.
Yeah. And could lane against Weaver.
What can lane against Weaver? Because I was thinking anti-mage, but that can't lane against Weaver properly.
I like Gyro here.
Oh yeah, still in the pool.
It's not the greatest against the Weaver in a 1v1 matchup. Maybe they even dodge the lane, put the Beastmaster there.
Is that not also fairly greedy? It puts so much pressure on that Clockwork and Undying to do well.
It does. We have seen other teams like EG run it in the past. They put, I believe, a Sumail mid with the Medusa or Tor. And yeah, it is very greedy. But the thing is, it more comes down to, can your Clock Undying Beastmaster just carry and delay the game? Because currently, they just don't have a good solution for the PL.
They could safe lane the Medusa, and then I don't know what they would put mid though.
Templar Assassin, it's time.
I think this is like an awful Templar Assassin game.
I know. It's just a shame that we might not be able to see it at all today.
Oh no, they're in a pickle right now.
Yeah, they gotta decide. Storm Spirit, and it will be a different hero mid.
To select heroes.
Assuming that will be indeed mid.
I don't imagine it's a
Safe lane Storm?
safe lane Storm, so they do opt to put.
How are they going to kill PL illusions?
I don't know. So that's why I'm going for TNC.
But it could be find it. Yeah, you go first. Yeah, you already went for TNC.
I already
okay.
went.
Okay. Lumi, what do you think?
I don't see Fnatic doing this.
You don't?
I'm going to go with TNC. They just lack ways to deal with PL.
Only 10
You know, last time we
seconds.
all went for Fnatic and we were all wrong. This time we are all going for TNC. Perhaps we are all wrong again, and we'll see you back here for game 3. But let's see if TNC can punch their ticket to the major.
Prediction. What is this?
Thank you very much, TV. Yes, game 2 at the Grand Finals, TNC versus Fnatic. I'm only picked some job by Fog, and a bit of an interesting end to the draft, indeed. So TNC pulling out the safe lane Weaver and the off lane Quap. Fnatic finishing with this Storm Spirit pick. What do we think about that?
They've got the Undying to help them in the lane versus the Tusk, but Tusk Queen of Pain still quite strong versus Undying Storm, and I do like TNC's approach. They pick these, so they see the Clockwork and Undying, and they're like, okay, these two are the supports, and we're just going to pick 3 lanes that can't really get ganked by Undying. Queen of Pain, Weaver, Phantom Lancer. Very elusive 3 core heroes that can go very well from that mid game, and they do not have any timings, or any long cooldown ultimates really on the side of TNC. It's just the Quap ultimate. Everything else is just going to pretty much run at you, and I've really liked the way that they've been looking, so TNC is looking hot here. I think Fnatic has to take this game pretty late for them to win this, but it's very greedy. Storm Spirit and Medusa, they really need to they need to have like an incredible laning phase for them to actually be able to take mid game and like these mid game fights. So we will see how it works out for them.
Because that's the thing as well, as you were saying, these are 2 cores that rely on the mana, and they're 2 cores on TNC that are going to be pretty good at burning the mana.
Yeah, Weaver already has the mana break talent at level 10. So Raven's going to safe lane for that one to get it as quick as possible, and Sam H is just going to be this annoying Queen of Pain in that off lane. So yeah, TNC, I am liking it. Medusa and Storm Spirit, these 2 heroes are very, very greedy on the same lineup in my opinion. Pretty much it's up to Pi, DJ, and Ohio to make the space for these guys.
I mean, which lane do you feel is sort of the lane where Fnatic can make sure that they do have a comfortable edge? Is there a lane that you think is going to be easier than the others?
It depends on where we see the rotations coming out, but
Yeah.
I mean, Beastmaster can do okay, but versus Weaver, if there's whatever the Tusk is, I think that's where it becomes hard for Fnatic. Raven steals the rune
Gets it.
from Ohio, so they're going to get 3 runes on the side of TNC.
Great little way for them to start the game, indeed. 2 for Kuku.
Look at the double blocks coming out from the supports in the mid lane. TNC committing 2 heroes. They really want to get this in a good spot for themselves. They should be able to get a little bit better of a block.
Hey, it's a pretty solid dual block.
Look at that. Ooh, what teamwork coming out from TNC. They get the advantage block. Look at that high ground positioning. Absolutely perfect for Kuku. And we'll see. pieliedie start in the mid lane as well.
Denied.
But that does mean it's a little bit of a 1v1 coming out for SamH versus Envy, and that's fine for this Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Envy in those early levels, very, very squishy. On the Medusa, sure the Snake's nice, but not really gonna have the same effect with the Snake in this lane than as it would say in the mid lane, because of the more confined area around the river, around the stairs. Here's a bit more leeway for Sam to move around. And with Tim's there as well, and we're ready to kick off the 2v2, actually the 3v2.
Bringing 3 heroes top. I guess they're just accepting that Kuku's left to his own devices versus Storm and dying.
Yeah, we'll see how Kuku does with that in mind. And then of course that bottom lane, the Weaver Raven left alone.
Yep, Weaver
Against
wins this matchup versus Ohio. Ohio will farm though.
Yeah.
At least in the start. Once a couple levels start coming out onto Raven, he can start putting a bit more pressure onto the Beastmaster. He can also kill the boar quite easily as a Weaver. So Ohio has to be careful how he summons that one, because that's where he'll fall far behind if he does let his boar die a few times.
Just all efforts and put on making sure that Medusa does not get that start. But as you say, that is going to mean that there is this space for Abed, and he will have this protected lane. Very hard for Kuku to contest. Envy just being kept out of the lane at the moment by a lone Witch Doctor. Just bullying him right away from the wave. TNC doing a very good job at controlling it.
Yeah, strong aggro tri-lane. They've decided to go for like kind of winning 2 lanes. I mean, like I said, the Beastmaster does well in the first few levels versus a Weaver. As the levels start build up on Weaver, you do better. But they are going for some kind of trades coming out here for Fnatic. That's just the choice that they've made. They're just trying to babysit Abed, make him have a good game. And that usually is a good plan.
Yep,
Abed is definitely the star for this team currently.
And it is a good game for a Storm. You know, if you get ahead, there isn't that instant lockdown at all. Only thing you got to worry about really is what Cask and Snowball, and these are 2 spells that as long as you got the mana, they should not be an issue for the Storm when he's making his moves around.
Ohio doing a great job bottom as this Beastmaster so far though. Being ahead of Raven actually.
No.
That high base damage on Beastmaster is pretty ridiculous, and just how great of an animation there is. But top, they're going for the TNC's prioritizing. They're just trying to shut down Envy, and I mean Envy only has 5 last hits, so they are doing a good job of that.
We're getting a very slow start because of this pressure. And it is going to be a scary lane for quite some time. SamH keeps level with the levels, has that support backup. They do have kill potential against Envy.
Mid lane, roll onto Abed. Should be just fine here with the rotation from Pi.
Puts them up. That will reveal the supports have made the move from top. So Envy can get a little more comfortable with the CS. DJ's there as well. As he tries to man up against Sam. Sam holds the blink for as long as he can. And we'll pull back up the creep wave coming back under his tower there as well. So Sam will still get some farm whilst on alone. Tims and DJ looking for that rune. And with the snowball stun, Tims will claim it. Just to be a little careful of the battery assault. He actually get himself out. He's trying to man up at the moment. DJ getting low. Tims, he's going to go for the chase down, and Tims,
DJ's dead.
He gets the bounty rune, he gets the kill, he gets first blood, and oh no. Does he get out as well?
And
Yes, he does. Tim's Tusk, ladies and gentlemen.
DJ's been having a rough day.
Oh, look at it go! Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
What a play for Tim's though.
Yeah. Kuku recovering quite nicely in that mid lane, 16-4 to the 24 of the Storm Spirit. So was shut down a bit by that Undying, but now recovering nicely. And Raven as well in that as that Weaver. Once he gets the levels, as I was mentioning, he can start to stand toe-to-toe versus Beast. But now rotations are being made. Clockwork has positioned himself bottom. Try to pressure Raven a little bit more. They've even placed a sentry down in the lane from Fnatic, so whenever Raven does Shukuchi, they can still hit him a couple times. Fairly even early game though. Just the Medusa is shut down in the last hit department by Sam H and the 2 supports from TNC.
And definitely the threat that this Tusk could do more than the supports of Fnatic early on because of that bit of a boost he got from that first play onto DJ.
Yeah, and they've got kill lanes. The Hawk being focused in mid lane. Look at Tim's. He's hitting it like 8 times.
I'm getting a
And he'll
second
kill it.
wind.
Oh, 30 gold. Lovely. And Abed has just resorted to jungle since there is kill threats on him if he stays in that mid lane versus PL once he's got that level 5 for the damage from the Lance plus Tusk. He just wants to secure his level 6. And he's gonna regen, so.
Ohaiyo will grab the bounty win, this time making sure that no one can head over to steal it.
Maximum efficiency by Abed. Keeps that regen going the whole time. Puts a couple remnants. Clears that jungle. Almost level 6 for him. And then he will be, as we mentioned, very safe to not getting killed if he has any mana to zip away. So there's not really that great lockdown. TNC, smoked up. We've got the 2 levels of Maledict. Expecting some kind of rotation coming out. DJ has a ward down though, so he breaks the smoke. He does see Tim's.
If DJ catches it, Abed hits level 6, they could look to punish.
Raven forces the TP out from Ohaiyo. Bottom. As he gets those higher levels in Shukuchi, it becomes pretty tough for Beastmaster to just stay down there alone.
Alright, so there's your level 6 on Abed. For the cast game, but they won't look to go in on that.
Kuku's getting a lot of tower damage though with this first siege wave. Since he has the Aquila turned on, he can get that bonus armor on the wave. And yeah, pretty much taking it down to 400 HP already. Pretty damn significant for the first siege wave. And Sam H top lane, he's been left alone for a bit by his teammates, but he's been doing a great job of just last hitting versus the Medusa. Look at the denies coming out from pieliedie though. Pi has 12 denies on Undying.
Yeah, it's slowing down Sam's leveling a little bit, and Sam certainly.
Look at the Medusa. Look at those win rates. Damn, Sumail has a 90%.
90%
Envy with an
win rate.
80% as well.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. That is some ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a good hero at the moment, so that's for sure.
Ohaiyo is getting spotted out here. Oh man, his TP is still on cooldown as well. This should be a free kill here for TNC.
And he's gonna get the kill. And we'll be
The casket's the last hit. Kuku really tried securing that one with the lance too.
Radiant's middle tower.
This is double damage, but Abed grabs it. He's thinking about playing around with this. He's got a lot of mana to go for, looking for Tim's. He may just get this one. Snowball's going to be there. Buying some time, and Abed always a little low on the mana now. He has to be careful. He will get the kill onto Tim's, pops the stick charges, tries to zip away. Raven with the chase down, but the bottle regen. Soul Rip is going to heal him up, and he's got enough mana to get up to the high ground. Abed will be fine, or will he? Oh no, Kuku! Just for the lance, but since he with the shrine, Kuku may have dived a little too far. DJ comes in with the cogs. Ohaiyo is there as well. They cannot get this PL out of there. The roar comes through from Ohaiyo. TNC getting a little bit bloodthirsty there as they chase Fnatic forever.
Over aggressive move, especially when there's a shrine there. That DD rune on Storm though. Overload plus DD. Hell of a lot of damage. You're pretty much dealing triple damage when you use every single one of your spells for those overload procs. Nice play there by Abed. Getting his team 2 big kills. Getting them back on the board. Sam H still positioned in top, putting a lot of pressure onto Envy. Envy still only has 30 last hits in comparison to the 53 of the Weaver on the opposing side. Raven. Top net worth.
Look at how invulnerable
mid tower. TNC again. They really are prioritizing objectives in this series. The last game as well.
Up top, Tim's.
Dire's top tower is under
He's been found in the cogs to try and roll himself to safety. Oh, it's a good distance on that roll as well. I'll tell you what, I think he's going to be fine.
Yep.
Very nicely played there by Tims. Very, very strong on this hero. Just finding the best ways to get himself out of there with the route.
I'll take that. Got it.
A golden thread.
Ancients already starting to be stacked up
Radiant's middle
from
tower
Fnatic
is
for the
being
Deucer to get
attacked.
that catch up.
Is there any attempt from TNC to put some pressure on all top lane? And he has been maledicted. I don't know if he survives this. The death ward down as well. The stick charges, they are doing quite a bit.
Yeah, the stick and the soul rip.
Yeah, that was actually enough to save him. pieliedie making the saves.
That level 2 soul rip. More than enough healing. But they force Envy back to base. And now they have a siege wave again coming in from TNC. They're going to be pressuring mid and top. And they're looking for these early towers, getting that map control advantage. Kuku should be able to secure this one mid pretty easily. Will there be a deny attempt from DJ? He does want to try, but too much damage comes out from Phantom
Dire's
Lancer.
middle tower has fallen.
And Tower 2 also
Dire's
being
top
threatened,
tower
as
is
well as
being
bottom
attacked.
from Raven. So all 3 tier 1s, TNC again, really prioritizing those tower hitters
Dire's
at this
top
early
tower
game.
is under siege.
Yeah, this is good money for the side as well. 3k lead because of these structures they've been able to take. It's going to increase even more if they do get away with this top one, and it looks to be the case. As Feed, the lone defender up top, trying to hold them off.
Dire's top tower
They have 3
is
of the 4 top
destroyed.
net worths. Doing a really good job of pressuring those lanes. They're going to go for these early game items again on especially the Queen of Pain. How's Abed doing? Level 10. Queued up the Bloodstone. They're trying to rush that one out. As we mentioned, Fnatic has a pretty greedy draft here. They really need the Undying and the Clockwork to do a lot here. And so far, TNC just absolutely dominating this early game. 4k lead already with these 2 towers claimed. And they should be able to get a good amount of map control here. I would be surprised if they don't actually put some mortars down here. Look for at those Ancients here. Abed does eat a cask, but of course, you know, this should be able to zip out of that one pretty easily. So yeah, I think the next big steps for 1437, and I'm pretty sure he'll take them, is ward and watch those Ancients so they can contest those Ancient stacks. But look at 1437 mid. He's going to get charged up here by Abed.
Easy kill. Easy kill indeed for the Storm. Up
Dire's
top, Kuku
tower
was
is
hunting for
being
the kill.
attacked.
Quick TP out. Keep the Medusa safe.
Radiant's
Someone's
middle
getting a lot more
tower
space
is being
in that top
attacked.
lane now that they've been able to shove it in. They're keeping up with NVCS.
Stupendous.
This Queen of Pain.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
Shadowblade the build for Ohio this game. So he does need to have that catch.
That's his build too, right? I think he's been doing that, I think, majority of the games on the Beastmaster. Phase, Medallion into Shadowblade. So he can look out for those pickoffs. But their team fight on Fnatic is very minimal. I guess on TNC it's not really that massive either. They just really have Cask, Tusk, and Queen of Pain for the most part. TNC not slowing down whatsoever. They recognize they're like, we're versus Storm Medusa.
You
We just
can't
have-
play the farm game.
Yeah, we can't let them play the farm game. Just pressure lanes as much as possible. Go for those early towers. And that's what they're doing. Raven has queued up a Linken's to deal with that
Dire's top
Beastmaster
tower
roar.
is being attacked.
And they do continue to get away with this pressure. You know, that they are putting it in, and Fnatic still opting to stay relatively split up, not really looking to fight as a whole 5-man as of now.
They look like they want to try to go for Raven down here. They have the dust on the Clockwork as well as
It's
the
hard
hook.
to do. Yeah, he has to get that hook shot almost, and then even then,
Yeah,
they
pretty
need
much.
the roar to follow straight up.
It has to be executed like absolutely perfect for them to go for this Weaver. Like we said, the elusive core picks by TNC. They're just trying to pick these heroes that are self-sufficient, unable to get ganked by Fnatic's lineup, and it's working out.
Not getting it as it seems.
Sam H already has a Veil finished up, sitting at 4,800 net worth, while Medusa only at 4k. Abed, long zip, go for the regen.
Not to necessarily go for a play, still trying to finish off the Bloodstone. Bottom lane, there's the opening. And we'll hook in Witch Doctor, that's an easy kill. No escape from 1437. Nice roar actually following up, but it doesn't matter because Sam has turned up and Fnatic, they're trying to get out of there. The clock won't be lucky as the Sonic Wave, no holding back from Sam H. He's thrown down and they get the support for support trade.
And they should be able to get this tower. Abed jumps in.
You notice that there's no... Oh, no, sorry, there is still the time lapse. So. Not really too much he can do on his own about that Weaver.
I'm getting a sec.
The net worth again, though. Look at dying is starting to fall very far behind. Only 800 net worth on him. But Abed, as we mentioned, you know, that regen rune he picked up earlier is putting it to work to farm.
A 7k net worth at the moment on the Weaver.
Zip. Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
TNC looking to get aggressive, smoking up, trying to get some deeper wards down. They have them on Tims. They want to look at those Ancients. They have to keep eyes on the Ancients. They can't let the Deucer go for that farm.
Some sentry on sentry action.
Yep. We check the shards. Do see that it is a triple stack on this left side.
What can they do about that, though? Is it just try and look for a fight when he's farming them, or?
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't really have the heroes to deal with it. They just want to take a fight when they are going for it. Abed, he is keeping up nicely with those cores. He is about 600 gold away from his Bloodstone.
Where's the party?
But Raven is keeping pace.
And as we said, it can be a very good Storm game.
Yeah.
So Abed having this sort of a solid start should be a little worrying for TNC. This Storm could go absolutely crazy.
They are keeping up with the farm, though. That's the thing. It's like the Weaver and the PL, they are emphasizing more on just farming. Like Kuku has literally just been farming Ancients, farming Neutrals over and over again until he's got that. It's still finished up bottom.
Oh, they find the Weaver. And they, I mean, Abed is starting to look like a bit of an Abed show. Picking up a couple of quick kills, or will he want 437? Yeah, still takes down to the earner DJ.
Roar from Ohio. Finding out Raven just before he's got the Lincolns finished and up high. Looking for Sam H. Sam H still has the cooldown.
5 seconds.
The rocket.
Oh, they've got him. Fnatic.
And they can transition this into an ancient farming for Envy. He's gonna get full mana from that snake.
Bottom tower is being attacked.
That is spooky.
That is definitely scary.
Bloodstone complete for Abed now.
That's a huge turnaround in the last few minutes. It went from a 4K advantage.
Oh, Ohaiyo, these mass TPs coming through and he's out there. Want to stick around? They'll get the tower tonight.
Denied, bastards.
Oh, they're ready to deal with this Bloodstone Storm. And his Medusa off the back of that ancient farming, closing the gap.
Yep, Shadow Blade on Ohaiyo now too, to be able to look for those pickoffs. Raven about to have Lincoln's finished up though, so he shouldn't be too susceptible to get picked off by this. The other heroes though, Queen of Pain and these supports easily can get picked from that Shadow Blade. Smoke looks like it's going to be soon done by Fnatic. They are positioned themselves to look for something here. Ohaiyo has spotted out Kuku. Kuku's walking up to look for a room here. The Roar. He's got his Centaur stun to follow up as well.
Oh. I don't know if it was even needed with that sort of pain coming in. All heroes just collapsing onto Kuku.
TNC's hemorrhaging a lot of kills here versus this type of lineup. And they're playing versus Adusa. Mid-zip, far onto Sam H. Abed. He's looking for him. He's going to find him too.
Abed, ladies and gentlemen. If that arcane ring, he can turn and kill this, can't he? He's got an arcane ring still running. He can play this. He could get himself another 1, 4, 3, go for the kill, sir. There we have it. Double kill. TPs are coming in, but he's got the backup of pieliedie. Enough mana to zip over the shards. If I was TNC, I would be looking at this Storm Spray and I'd be shaking in my boots.
It was 4-4 a few minutes ago, and now it's 4-10.
Abed is ready to play some Dota 2.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Starting to get a bit crazy here. The Storm now has, I believe, the Kaya finished up at base on top of those 17 Bloodstone charges.
And it really is such a beautiful Storm game. Where's the lockdown? It's just not that.
Nope.
They don't have it with this lineup.
They're going for Orchid on Queen of Pain, which is pretty much their best
need
bet,
it,
but it's still quite a ways away.
Yeah. I mean, by the time the Orchid's there, Abed's probably going to have a yours.
Touché!
If he continues to find kills at the rate he just did over the last few minutes.
He's queued up the Orchid, though, himself on the Storm, so he has not
he wants to play
really gone
aggressive.
for any type of defensive item. I mean, that's Abed's playstyle, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Pure aggression. But look at this. Smoke, TNC. Set up around the Roche pit here. 1437 is getting some more wards down to protect that area. 2 full committed.
What am I?
The
Oh,
Rocket
okay.
scouts it though. They can't go for this with
No,
Storm in the
it's
game.
way too risky. They've got to get out Abed. Toying around with zipping on something.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Sips all the way bottom. Another regen rune for Abed.
You what?
That's what, 3, 4 regen runes?
He's had an
3?
insane amount of regen this game.
Yeah, several.
That's pretty crazy.
4-0 and 3 on him.
Yeah.
168 CS. And 11k net worth coming out too soon for that Storm. Oh boy.
Oh.
TNC unable to find any moves really for that early game. I do see pieliedie walking up, but Pi instantly gets the D ward out. Starting to look problematic. The Storm is getting absolutely out of control.
And then there's Envy as well.
Yeah, Envy's just
There's this
chilling out.
backup Medusa.
Chilling out, farming those ancient stacks that they had done for him, and he's back in the game. He's completely caught up.
Here I am.
He is ahead of the Phantom Lancer now, who was farming at an incredibly fast pace after taking all those tier 1s. Oh, TNC.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
They just don't feel safe anymore versus Storm Spirit. Abed about to be level 18. Kaya, regen rune, 17 bloodstone charges.
Radiant's bottom tower under fire.
Begin.
He switched items now. He has queued up the BKB.
Okay, I do like
Radiant's
think
bottom tower
something
is being
defensive this
attacked.
I'm getting a second wind.
just to deal with that orchid. But it's going to be there soon on the quad.
Yeah, I think he probably saw the queen
Yeah.
at one point and saw that item build
Radiant's bottom
being
tower
selected.
under
And I think it's the
fire.
smartest way to do it because he wants to conserve his bloodstone charges.
Sure. Oh, Raven. Really shoving in the top lane. Hurricane Pike now finished for Envy.
Oh, here I am. Yeah.
Worthy tribute.
Keeping that regen rune going here, I bet.
TNC.
Wasn't able to find any action with it though.
TNC's falling heavily behind in this farm game, as we said they would. 4k gold advantage now for Fnatic, and it was in the span of a couple minutes. That like last 5 minutes, just absolutely dominant from Fnatic.
The XP as well.
The XP is
Radiant's
heavily
middle
tailing
tower is being attacked.
yeah, Storm level 18, Dusa 16, and then the next two from TNC 15 and 14.
Invisibility.
They're unable to find the plays without a real initiator. They only really have the Tusk to start those type of fights.
And even when the fights kick off, I mean, as you said, we have seen the Medusa versus PL already today. It did not go great at all for the PL. So we'll see if...
Oh, the PL won that game.
Did he?
Yeah, PL won that
What am I
game.
on about? Yeah, what am I on about? The other way around. Alright,
Yeah.
it did not go right with the Medusa.
It didn't go well for the Medusa,
So
but
maybe the PL will be.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a
big
Storm Spirit who was going out of control.
No, sure, there was no touch. And it was the Medusa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the lane that really went
Yeah.
poorly. Envy's gotten a lot of space
Yep.
from Abed's moves. They are looking to try to invade this Fnatic jungle. Bottom lane, Ohio. Looking for the setup onto Tim's here. Abed's trying to roar as Abed jumps far.
Oh,
Zip zap.
He wanted
didn't
that
get the
one.
catch there.
Just lost vision of him for a second on that high ground.
What's the plan for TNC to recover? Is it
From the look of the way they're
Like-
playing, they just want to play the farm. They're
Yeah?
just like, we can't catch anyone. We only have Tusk to catch. Witch Doctor at this point, if he shows on the map, is just a free kill. Yeah, everybody's just farming. TNC's all farming the enemy jungle right now. Even the Witch Doctor's casking and farming creeps. Kuku, as mentioned before,
Radiant's
just
middle tower is
farming
taking
Ancients, farming
damage.
this triangle area. And Fnatic has claimed the whole bottom side of the map, pretty much.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Neither team really looking to take any head-on fight at the moment.
Haste.
Maybe with the Orchid co-op, they can try looking for something here. TNC definitely looking to be pretty afraid.
personally keeping eyes on Roshan, Fnatic. Don't know that TNC could look to that to be a method of getting back into the game.
Smoke does come out, so with that Orchid on the Quap, that is going to be their timer to go. Try to look for something here. They want to clear out the jungle. This is an old school move you see lots of teams do. Just smoke into your own jungle when the game pace is too slowed down. But Fnatic, they seem pretty aware of this one. TNC have reveal as well. They do have dust for the Ohaiyo if they do catch him. Do they grab him? Ohaiyo breaks the smoke. Do they have a dust? They don't know
there's the dust. It comes out. They go straight in onto Ohaiyo. They have the roll forward and the punch. Ohaiyo is gone.
And they can get a tier 1 out of this.
Dire's structures are fortified.
5-man smoke though, but they do at least catch a kill on a tower.
Bottom tower is fallen.
At least getting back on the board, since it had been quite a lull for TNC for the last 7 minutes. Just such a slow pace coming out. Fnatic doing a great job of letting Medusa farm back up. Look at EternaLEnVy. Absolutely caught back up. Level 18, top 2 farm. He's been having a grand old time farming that jungle. 253 CS for him, 0-0-1. The ideal for Medusa. And now Abed does have the BKB. He's pretty unkillable.
Yeah, there's no way this guy dies.
Death tax.
No way. They just don't have the damage. I mean,
They don't have the
on the PL and the Weaver, and these aren't heroes that are wanting to build anything like a Basher of sorts. At least
not now.
PL, not until late.
Yep. And eventually maybe a Hex on the Queen, but that's,
I guess,
that's also ages away.
Yeah.
With the BKB picked up on Abed, Fnatic is starting to gather up. They might look for a smoke. Wanting to get some more aggressive vision down first, probably though. They don't have many wards on the map, so wanting to play around with ward vision is usually the ideal. But they don't really need to rush it.
They're content farming.
Yeah,
Fnatic
Fnatic is very happy with the game goes super late. EternaLEnVy has hit level 20, has gotten the 800 mana talent, has Eye of Scotty queued up. He's going to have it finished any moment now as well. Incredibly farmed in this Medusa has now surpassed Abed, since he's just been left to farm the jungle by himself for a very long time, and full Scotty will be picked up in a second. Oh, how can TNC do anything? They really can't look for these pickoffs. As we mentioned, they don't have someone to catch. Tusk Snowball is not really a catching thing, so he has queued up a Blink Dagger on the Tusk to try to look for those type of plays.
And I guess that helps a little bit, but it's not the instant. Not the instant it's done. I mean, it's close to instant, but it still can be reacted upon.
Ohaiyo doing a lot of work with the Hawks, just getting so much vision for them. Sentry gets put down, they see Ohaiyo wrapping behind this mid tower. EternaLEnVy will be able to clear it out quite nicely here. TNC just avoiding the fights.
Radiant's middle tower is being
Double
attacked.
damage.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is being attacked.
This might be a game for themselves to sort of look to Warriors Raven and say, hey, you want to try what EternaLEnVy wasn't able to do last game and get us that Rapier?
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Got it.
Sort of switching on his head, because other than that, it's going to be so hard as this game goes on.
Yeah, they need so many different items.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different things they need to solve, but they're just farming. I think they're in like the same mindset. They're like, we don't really know what we can do here, because Fnatic isn't getting. They're not really splitting up. EternaLEnVy's playing in a super safe position, and Abed is the only one who's showing. They can't kill Abed. They cannot kill Storm. They do not have the tools for it. Aggressive wards placed down from Fnatic, also using the Hawk. And the jump in onto mid. Raven doing a lot of damage. Now EternaLEnVy versus Kuku. EternaLEnVy is extremely farmed here.
The illusions will make him lose some of the mana, but you can see it's not that much of an issue at all. EternaLEnVy just free to walk out, and that sort of situation is going to continue, as we said, without any sort of major lockdown or control from TNC's lineup. Fnatic can get away with doing this.
I think with this Blink Dagger on Tims, they have to try looking for some more type of pickoffs, but like we said, it's super hard. If they split up at all on the map, Abed's just going to go for free kills, and almost commits onto 1437. Doesn't see anyone else though, so doesn't want to really fully commit onto that type of kill. Doesn't want to, waste a BKB charge for support at this point in time. the longer he can save his BKB, the safer and safer he is until later stages.
And once he has his ult kit complete, we can expect to see Abed go even more crazy and just start to go in for the pickoffs without any sort of worry of overextending as this incredibly farmed Storm Spirit.
Who now has an Arcane Rune. Arcane Rune, Kaya, 17 Bloodstone charges. This next fight, if TNC picks it, could be an absolute disaster with this Storm having this rune.
Oh boy.
They're looking for Envy here. Envy has broken the smoke. This is not the best target
There
to
we
go
go.
on.
They
Abed.
lead in. They get the grab immediately. Taking down the Witch Doctor. Abed ready to move over for target 2. Looks towards Tim's. Tim's has got the snowball. Buys himself some time, but Abed is ready to continue the fight up to the high ground. Looking for Tim's. Tim's cannot hold back this Storm. Double kill for Abed. Back in the river, the rest of Fnatic chasing down Kuku.
Zap.
Won't be able to get the PL on their own, but still 2 down on TNC. This opens the space for Fnatic to head into the pit without any worry of TNC contesting.
Absolutely perfect timing to have an Arcane Rune. Gets a fight, gets a couple more Bloodstone charges, turns into a Roche for free.
Zap.
Roshan.
Immortality is mine. Looking for me?
Abed now looking
Oh,
for a grab onto Kuku. Unable to find the real one. Losing some mana, but the rest of the team is there.
Look at the hook shot into the cogs. Kuku trapped up and taken down. Another kill, another Bloodstone charge for the Storm Spirit. Abed.
Structures are fortified.
This looks like it's actually just impossible for TNC.
I think we're going to a game 3. I really do at this rate.
Yep.
Abed has stepped it up. The team around him as well, securing this sort of laning in game for him to play. And it has absolutely been effective against TNC.
Last pick Storm versus Little Disables. He went off to a good start. They shut down Envy decently, of course, from TNC, but a couple nice runes for Abed, and he was just back. And just small mistakes from TNC adding up so heavily in this game.
illusion.
They were at a 5k advantage, and then they hemorrhaged, I think, what, 5-6 kills in a row? While Envy was just farming by himself that entire time.
Yep, he's been hitting the creeps. And that's the way to play it.
Yep, 350 last hits.
There may be a point where TNC can kill the Storm. I don't think it's going to happen.
Radiant's
But then,
top tower
even if
is
they
being
did,
attacked.
they then have to worry about the Dusha as well.
Yep.
And now they're going to kill Envy.
Stupendous.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Not seeing a good way for them.
Radiant has lost their top tower.
Pick the Blink Dagger upon Kuku, so he has that extra bit of mobility. But I really feel that they may even need him to just go for an Abyssal Blade. They need some sort of hard lockdown. That, or as you mentioned, Sam building a scythe.
Yeah.
Down bottom. Silence comes through onto Envy. You got the two of them trying to make a go on it, but they just don't have the damage. They have to retreat. Envy just turns, starts to hit into them with the Skadi, and they just have to hide themselves in the tree line and get out of there. You need way more than 2 heroes at this stage to take down this Medusa.
Yeah.
Smoke up from Fnatic. Looking towards Raven. They're going to try it. Pop the Lincolns.
Abed tries to Lincolns and Static Remnant,
Radiant's
or break
middle
the
tower
Lincolns
is
with
being
Orchid and then
attacked.
Vortex him right afterwards, but quick fingers by Raven. Does at least save him,
Radiant's middle tower is
but now Kuku gets grabbed.
Oh, that's your PL. Your mid position 2.
And he just bought and bottom. Abed spots another target.
Dead. Please have some mercy.
15k gold lead. They're looking for high ground.
Yeah, they're looking to maybe even end this game here. If this fight goes wrong for TNC, it will all be over. Raven jumps in, does get the time lapse off in time. We're very low, Abed. Straight in on the Witch Doctor, turning towards Raven. BKB's going in. And soon, Lincoln's has been popped. Time lapse to get away up. A little low on the mana. It's been silenced. Raven, though, forced back in. And in fact, all Raven's down.
Just died. Who's aggressive?
Whose aggressive force was that? I think it was Ohaiyo.
Yeah,
it was Ohaiyo.
Radiant.
They just call it.
Yeah.
Take this game.
GG, this game is well and truly over We're going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen, here in the grand finals of the Southeast Asian Regional Qualifiers for DreamHack Major. TNC, I mean, they outclassed Fnatic in game 1 and Fnatic in game 2. I don't know what it was, they sort of woke up and they absolutely outclassed TNC. The draft was perfect. Abed's play was absolutely on point on the Storm Spirit, unkillable, and dominating the game. And
Yeah.
EternaLEnVy, they hit the creeps pretty well. They always had that backup plan. That was always the worrying thing about this game. Had no way for TNC to come back into it.
TNC had incredible lanes until the 15-minute mark, and then Storm Spirit just ramped it up, got like 1 or 2 pickoffs, and got the Bloodstone, and then from there it just seemed like TNC had nowhere they could go.
Every day is a win. Since I was told that you don't want me, baby, you're just cold and you know I try to hold on to where there's no you. Like swimming underwater, but you control my
girl, I'ma take you to a space or a place that's a little more outer. And a little fast forward on the dashboard, me knocking down skyscrapers and towers. Blood rush combust enough to finally feel all of the power. Yeah, I'ma give it to you, mama, every millisecond count to the hour. Yeah, X in the bedroom, he play that coward. I'ma make it wet like morning showers. We working, tear jerking, berserk if we turn it off. Her cares officially lost, her worries officially done. Adrenaline starts to pump. Yeah.
Every time that I hear the sound, all the people rocking the crowd, pumped up on that adrenaline through my veins, rushing into my brain. Go right to the end on that adrenaline.
When the red light haunts you, when the silver lining's after you, don't you turn around away. Baby, it could be too late. I was there the day your world turned. I was there back when your heart burned. Don't you trade away your love for hate, 'cause baby, it could be too late. I still remember how the song went, how we lived our days from rent to rent. So don't you turn around the way, 'cause baby, it could be too late. 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 So when the red light haunts you, when the silver lining's after you, don't you trade away your love for hate, 'cause baby, it could be too late. Baby, it might be too late. Baby, it could be too late.
Some nights I'm having a hard time keeping my head above the water. Cold breath, I cannot stand up, too much weight on my shoulders. Messed up, I wanna stay together, but I need someone who's holding. And oh, I have someone who's holding when you call in. Like magic, you're lifting off the shade from my mood. I'm keeping it together for you. I'll go with you all the way to the moon. If you're keeping it together too. Insane, sometimes it feels like I'm just dancing on the border. Tether, without you I would be lost around the corners. Steady, but only as long as I get you there to hold me. And I got you there to hold me. Never stop calling like magic. You're lifting off the shade from my mood. I'm keeping it together for you.
Balling out of control. And once the laning stage is over, you need to
Radiant's
transition
banned.
into ganks, into tower kills.
Why couldn't Sam? Why
Dire's
couldn't
banned.
the Queen of Pain get out of cover? Why couldn't Sam do that? Why can't they build an Orchid and deal with the storm? It seems
Well,
like
he didn't with the
He was off lane.
yeah, but on paper it seems really simple. Just someone buy an Orchid and you can deal with the storm. Why doesn't that
they
work
didn't
that
have
way?
a proper initiator.
Okay.
Orchid is one thing, but you need to have a decent stun. Storm is not going to be
10
by himself
seconds to
24/7, and they just didn't have a proper initiator that allowed them to
5 seconds.
stun
Hurry,
Orchid. Kill.
hurry.
Okay. And this storm, this was an absolute last pick coming out from
Radiant's
Fnatic.
banned.
Therefore, having a bit of a twist on the draft. So, sure, the laning didn't go great. The decision making in laning wasn't great from TNC, but it's a little bit of a draft win as well. We're going to find out if perhaps Fnatic can do that again in game number 3, because we do have a
Only
draft for
10
this game
seconds.
coming up. So, it will be interesting to see what
Dire's
comes out
banned.
next. And would you, I don't know, how do you deal with Abed? Is there a way to force Fnatic to show their hand earlier so that they know what is going to play? They can actually, I don't know, do something against it.
Give him the
Radiant's
bad
banned.
lane matchup.
The bad lane matchup, as in bad for Abed, I would imagine.
Bad for Abed. Put at least two heroes in his lane constantly. All right.
I mean, I hear you. We have Fnatic banning out Night Stalker and Puck to start with, and
10 seconds to
TNC
pick.
they ban out the
Dire's
Bane and the Ogre Magi. And the Undying actually gets banned out by Fnatic as well, so they don't wanna risk Abed getting bullied by an Undying.
So TNC has banned out Earthshaker for the first 2 games,
Only
Yes.
10 seconds.
and I think they're currently deciding whether they take out Earthshaker or a
5
different
seconds
hero.
remain.
And it's very likely that Fnatic will pick up the Shaker if that is let through.
Well, Fnatic does have the first pick. That means that also that TNC has last
Radiant
pick, which
team
is
pick.
extra important because that means that whatever Fnatic tries to do, TNC has at least one pick to react to that. As we have an Earthshaker pick up.
Earthshaker
Ban, sorry,
Dire
on
team are now
TNC.
picking.
So
Dusker.
they do end up going for that, and we have a Tusk first pick. We saw Tusk in the first game as well. Tusk by
10 seconds to
Was it
pick. Dire team pick.
I want to say that's Sims, yeah.
Earth Spirit.
Or was it DJ? I mean, one of the two, right?
No, it was on the side of TNC. Well, it's the wrong one. What? We saw
notes?
Tim's Tusks, not Oh,
Only
I'm
10
so
seconds.
confused right now. Never mind me.
Well, that is a Tim's Earth Spirit.
5 seconds. Hurry,
It is a
hurry.
Tim's Earth Spirit. So we got that one. We saw Tim's Tusk previous game. I know it now.
All right, TNC, I want to see some pressure with that Earth Spirit mid.
Yeah. Me too. We've not seen a lot of convincing Earth Spirits these
Radiant
last 2
team are
days.
now picking.
And even before that in EU, the Earth Spirit has been underwhelming. Even when played by the best of the best.
The hero did just get nerfed, although I don't really think that was really the crux of the issue. Either teams have just gotten better playing against the Earth Spirit, or
10 seconds to
everybody's
pick.
had a bad week on the hero, I guess.
I like this a lot for
5
TNC right
seconds
now.
remain.
It's the Sam H. Bat Rider. Gives them a lot of catch, some single target focus for Abed. So you know he'll be the crux of Fnatic's team.
Yeah, he's been
Dire's
forcing
banned.
out a ton of solo kills.
Omni Knight.
Ooh, this is a hero that got let through.
Yes. He got banned in a lot of other games.
So Omni did receive a couple of nerf in the patch. The big thing is that his Degen aura is now 50 radius shorter. I think he used to be 350,
Only
now
10
it's 300.
seconds. Radiant's banned.
And also, I think his starting intelligence is slightly lower. So that means less spells
Dire's
overall in the
banned.
lanes. But what it doesn't change is the fact that sometimes you just need... His presence in the off lane just demands at least 2 people to be there to shut him down. And if you don't have 2 people to shut him down, then he becomes a pretty annoying hero once the mid game rolls around.
Good
Only
answer to the
10
Bat Rider.
seconds.
Something to protect the precious cores of Fnatic.
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
The Queen band comes out from TNC, one of Abed's favorites. I don't know if it's actually his favorite, but he does really well on it. Who knows, maybe he doesn't like playing it. I can't imagine that, really, not with that performance. And Fnatic bans out the Razor, again, a TNC special.
The Razor makes a lot of sense because when you repel and Guardian Angel or core, you want to use that time to be able to go on the offensive.
Yeah.
Whereas Razor is like, okay,
Radiant's
protect your core. I'm gonna still Link because Link just bypassed all of that, and you're suddenly caught in an awkward spot.
Yep.
So for the first time in multiple games, I want to say in like 5 games, TNC does not check out Tinker. They leave
Dire
Tinker
team
in the
are now
pool,
picking.
and that is also one of Abed's best hero. We'll see if they do grab it up. There's a lot of issue with the Tinker mid. It has a poor matchup against Earth Spirit rolling in.
True.
Batrider is generally considered as a Tinker counter because he's so good at pulling around trees.
They did win
10
the
seconds to
Summit
pick.
qualifiers at Game 5 on the back of Abed's Tinker.
Right, but
5
I don't think there was a
remain.
Batrider.
It's true, but I feel if this tournament has taught me anything, Abed can carry anything. It doesn't matter counter heroes. If he has a good lane, he'll do well.
He couldn't carry DC.
Damn.
There's just sometimes it doesn't work that way. There's exceptions to the rule. Some people are too heavy.
Damn.
Are you specifically referring to anybody?
No,
Okay.
because that is better for my job. So no. No, I mean Abed. I mean it has shown that he is in a comfortable position. Obviously, he said that he left also because he wanted to be closer to home, and I'm sure that being in a comfortable environment for him, where he feels at home, makes a difference. And his team is enabling him a lot as well. They know how to play around him, which is very important.
Radiant team pick.
All right, we have a Warlock. Team fight coming out for TNC, and that is most of their bonus time used for that as well. What do you make of that pick, Lumi? Do you like it?
In terms of going on the offensive, it's very excellent with the Earth Spirit. We've seen this combo,
Only
I
10
think, the 3rd
seconds.
time today now.
Yeah.
It also allows... It gives
5
TNC a lot of
seconds.
leeway in the
Hurry,
mid game.
hurry.
They could play a very offensive game with the Batrider and a defensive one with the Warlock. Like, you put a carry in the front, you have the Rock as a counter initiation tool. So regardless of how the rest of the draft goes, TNC has multiple ways to play this mid to late game. With that said, though, I'm not sure if Warlock is strong enough as a hero to push Omni Knight away from the lane. So I think this carry pick needs to also be a relatively strong laner.
When Fnatic faced the Warlock earlier today, it was against Mineski, and they won that game pretty handily.
They probably should have lost, though. If it weren't for Abed's heroics,
This is true. This was
They
the Queen of
should've
Pain game. Yeah.
I think that might be a position 5 pieliedie Nyx.
Okay, what makes you say that?
It's one of his favorite hero. He practiced it a lot.
Mhm.
This is more for like
10 seconds to pick.
just knowing him liking the hero.
And I guess Omni Knight's already going off lane with Tusk as a
5
4 position.
seconds
Yeah.
remain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In his words, it's incredibly greedy, and of course, there's really lacking of a setup stun. Normally, when you run Nyx as a support, you have like, I don't know, a Shadow Demon or something that lead the stun. But if you could get away with the position 5 Nyx Assassin, it's a 5 support that gives you vision in the late game, which is incredibly rare. And also,
Radiant
it
team
gives
are
them
now
the initiation
picking.
power that they lacked in the
Juggernaut.
previous game. And it carries against the, it counters the Batrider really well. So it fills a lot of holes in this draft.
Juggernaut's a great hero against Nyx Assassin, though. Spike Carapace ain't got nothing on his Blade Fury. Can't get away from that.
I think
Only
TNC is
10
assuming this
seconds.
Nyx to be the off lane, which it might be.
But that means that
5
Omni Knight is
seconds. Hurry,
a support.
hurry.
support.
I think Nyx is the better 5 than the Omni is. But
I would agree with that.
because I feel like Omni Knight is much more farm dependent and level dependent. And we haven't seen Juggernaut in a long while.
No, not at all this week. All right. Let's see what they have for us. The fourth pick.
Storm Spirit.
All right, they got a pick to prepare for this, but we do have another Abed Storm
Radiance
with an
Band.
Omni Knight in the pool.
Yep.
Which is extra strong.
Just TNC has to pick something that can punish this hero right now.
What punishes this hero?
Mid during laning phase, things like there are a lot of heroes actually.
10
Storm's
seconds
weakest
to pick.
stage is that laning period 1
Yeah.
to 5 where he doesn't have his ult. Things like
5
Quick Pain, which is
seconds
banned out. Puck. Ember.
The thing is, a lot of these counters kind of go
No,
away
not
during the
Ember.
mid game once he repels on it. I guess you still have the Bat Rider.
Death
But-
Prophet does well against him in lane. And most of all, he's just susceptible to Earth Spirit ganks.
Yeah.
So you want to pair him with something that has kill potential.
The thing is, Nyx is so good against pretty much everything you said, right? Nyx is great against the Emperor Spirit.
Yeah, forget. I don't know why I said Ember. I think I was just looking at Ember on the
On the-
on the thing. Yeah. But Puck, Death Prophet,
TA does lane well against Storm, but I don't think that's the hero you're looking for.
The hero.
Puck unfortunately is banned out.
Oh, they banned out the anti-mage. They're expecting Juggernaut to be middle.
Well, they just don't. Yeah, Juggernaut can go mid, and TNC was actually the originator of the mid Juggernaut back in, I don't know, like 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
and Juggernaut would have kill potential with the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, they just don't
10
want
seconds
to
to
have mono.
5 seconds.
Hurry,
Team are now
hurry.
picking.
Oh, anti-mage would have been amazing. So Medusa last pick does look slightly greedy, but then again, they also have an offlane that is not greedy at all. Be that Omni Knight or Nyx Assassin.
It's kind of greedy, just because
Only
both those
10
heroes need a lot of
seconds.
levels. Omni Knight sort of wants to stay in his lane for a while.
But
Five
they need
seconds.
levels, not
Hurry,
gold. That
hurry.
helps, right?
Can they Invoker against this?
It's Slarky.
Oh.
Time it
I'm
all.
finally
my
seeing Miss Clark.
God.
You said it would happen, Charlie.
I called it. I thought it would be the other way around, though.
But you called it. You called it like hours ago that this would be the last pick of the last game.
All right.
Is it a
Jug
good start
mid?
game?
No, I don't think this is a good Slark game.
Oh. But I am going to ask you who you think is going to win this first game.
I don't.
The third game. Sorry,
I mean,
third game.
does it matter what we say? Because on this series,
Who are you going to jinx?
I'm jinxing Fnatic. I think this is a pretty good Storm game, actually. I don't
so
say
you're going with the Storm.
Yeah, I
going
don't
with
say that.
Fnatic.
I don't say that very often. The one downside to Fnatic's draft is they're kind of greedy with their cores.
Mm-hmm.
They have two cores that they're just not gonna do anything for a very long time.
Lumi, what do you think? It's going to go fast.
I don't want to bet against my boy Jackie, but TNC's gonna just run at them. I feel like this mid Juggernaut's gonna bring the heat, and they're gonna be able to push with healing ward.
Look at that.
As Warlock heals.
My panel is split. Who am I to get in between that? So we'll leave it at that. Let's find out who is going to the major. Just 2 weeks. Over to our casters.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, the final game at the final match of the day as we find out who will succeed
everyone
and
ready?
who will head over to Sweden. Fnatic versus TNC. Game 3. I'm Eddie Pixel. I'll be joined by Fog. And we have a Slark, a hero.
We've been
We've not
mentioning
seen
it.
in any region in DreamLeague, have we? We've not seen him
No.
in any of the DreamLeague games.
We've been talking about this hero like every day because we've been seeing a lot of people practicing with it. After Ame had the showing of the Battle Fury Slark, I saw Envy spamming it nonstop. Didn't have a great win rate with it, but he was spamming it nonetheless. We're in for a treat, Owen.
I mean,
Will
is
we have-
it a good game for Slark?
It does look like a pretty solid game if they can
Okay.
snowball, and they do have the lineup for it. They have Sam H on Bat Rider. But like I said, I think this is his best hero.
Yep.
They have Kuku, the originator of the mid Juggernaut. Well, one of the originators of the mid Juggernaut. I think TNC was one of the first teams to actually play and use that aggression.
30 seconds
And
until
we'll see if it's able to work out for them. Will we have pieliedie, the only Swede left? Will he make it to Sweden
only Swede
with a major? This will be the decider.
I mean, I think that probably is a big thing for Pi. I'm sure he'd love to come back to Sweden for a LAN.
Of course.
I bet he would.
Yeah,
he is going to play his socks off for this.
Yeah.
Not that the rest won't, but definitely sort of a little special attachment there for Pi this game.
God, I really hope this match ends up being of any cosmic
Storm and
significance.
Medusa.
Stupendous!
Oh boy.
We will see. Fnatic, I think they have a very good win rate. I'm pretty sure on the Omni Knight too. Ohaiyo has been playing it very nicely. This hero also has been just popping up all over the place. Oh, look at that, as I say it. Thank you. Nox read my mind. Honestly, thank you, Nox. 5-0 in this 7.07 patch. He did get slight nerfed. He lost 2 int at the start of the game, as well as his degen aura lost some AoE. Got some slight nerfs coming out, but either way, the nature of the Omni Knight still is about the same after that laning phase. He does get his Arcane boots up, he does get the Soul Ring, or he does get the phase boots into the Soul Ring.
Oh, look at this block as well, they're able to get with the Tusk. That's very nice.
Yeah.
See how Raven can do it. And I feel like this dual lane from TNC can get punished by this. Warlock, can he really do too much about these two heroes?
He's a range hero. I think the biggest thing I think the biggest thing is they will be able to get a lot of farm on Ohaiyo here and levels. And they can bully a little bit, but I think the most priority for TNC is shut down Abed with Storm and Earth Spirit. They do have kill potential if he steps up too far. So it's going to be really important to keep the lane at an advantageous position for TNC. Kuku holds it at the high ground here, so that's exactly what he needs to do. They need to make Abed step down into that river and connect with Rolling Boulder and Ben.
Heading down.
The job of 1437 in this top lane is just to pull non-stop the spin. They connect, but unable to commit under the tower.
Decent chunk of damage, nonetheless, up top. Look at this aggression onto Raven. Both Ohaiyo and DJ just charging in. Playing around the fact that they have this lane. Wave shoved right in. Raven will get the jump for it, gets the pounce. That's hitting. So Ohaiyo has already got that point, of course, in the Essence shift, so it'll be very nice for this.
Yeah.
Saves the lane.
So they'll be able to put more pressure onto Raven than the Batrider is able to.
An exceptional find.
A lot of the pressure on TNC is really what can Tims make happen around the map, because they don't want to take this game to later stages. They need to close it out. Even though they have a Slark, they have to be able to run at Fnatic. Abed getting dove up here by Kuku.
That's a lot of damage from that blade here. We'll salve up. They'll still look for the roll in. Won't make the connection. Tims.
Makes it to the opposite high ground.
I was going to say, that's a nice little play, isn't it? Rolling from that angle. You either connect, you get to do a bit of action, or you miss, and you're more than safe.
Omni Knight farming better than Raven here. To be expected with this dual melee. It's all up to 1437 just to pull, non-stop pull the lane back so they can at least get some better levels out of this top lane. Raven, you know, Slark is a hero that does catch up nicely though, with the Dark Pact being able to farm jungle so quickly. Mage never having mana bottom, both from the Mystic Snake as well as the mana burn from Nyx Assassin. Pretty obnoxious combo to lane verse.
Doing alright CS though compared to Medusa. Yeah, 8 for 3-7 for 1. You know, by no means is this a lane that Fnatic are strongly running.
Yeah, a bit surprising to actually see DJ's position, waiting for them to try to go on Abed here. Abed sitting at low mana, not baiting them out. Really wants to make the commitment there.
It's a hard kick for Fnatic to make with those two.
Yeah. Forcing Kuku out of the wave now. For the time being, he's going to run right back in though. He does have spin available. Top, the pounce connects onto Ohaiyo. Essence shift stacks. No kill threat just yet.
Twice the strength.
I wonder what the build will be from this Slark, as you said, from the pub games that you've been seeing from the pros. You've been telling me Battle Fury has been touched upon.
It has been touched upon. I think this one's probably just still the Shadow Blade because they want to get aggressive as fast as possible. They don't want to play the farm game in this one whatsoever. They just want to go for a killer. Shadow Blade, treads, the standard. TNC. struggle. They do have a slight gold lead, but as far as the last hits go, it is in Fnatic's hand for the time being. And Sam H, even though Bat Rider is one of his best heroes, he's playing versus Nyx Assassin, which makes it a lot tougher. And they have Omni Knight and Tusk, so those multiple saves coming out versus that lasso. Quite annoying. 1437, he stepped up too far. Rotation from DJ.
Yeah, they've got the
Ohaiyo.
shot with the shards, purification, not enough damage to get the kill though.
They don't have an Orb of Venom between either of their heroes, so they don't have that extra little slow for the chase down. I think would have maybe netted them the kill there.
Player getting left 2 behind in CS. It's only Sam H Bat 10 and everyone else on the 20 mark. The mid lane, a bit of a difference of course with Kuku. 29 for 10.
Pretty much every single Storm does this now. You get level 5, solidify getting your 6 pretty much by using first shrine and jungling a bit, and then go back to your lane. You can just safely escape with your ball lightning. Top again.
Raven. Gone up.
Doesn't
They've
have
already
mounts
bounced.
available.
They do surround him. He's got the Shadow Word heal. Is it enough to keep him alive? They're trying to block him off. He pops the stick charges. Ohaiyo has to be a little careful himself.
He's got Mango in here.
Getting a little low, and even with that, onto 1437, not quite enough. They'll continue to chase. First Blood actually ended up being down bottom, where Sam H got in, and 1 versus 2 gets the kill on the Nyx Assassin.
That is very surprising. I guess he just got in stickies and it wasn't mana burn. He must have just healed and gone back.
Radiant's
to go for that one there.
fortified. Radiant's middle tower is taking
And not having an Orb of Venom between these two melee heroes top is really... I think they would have gotten at least 1 or 2 kills from that. That little bit of extra slow would have let them close the gap onto either the Slark or onto that Warlock here. Prioritizing having boots on DJ. Either way, they are still putting a ton of pressure onto that Slark, and Ohaiyo is free farming up here as an Omni.
And as you said, with Abed heading to the jungle, he's catching back up. Still the jug with the lead.
Absolutely.
Guess the regen win as well. But
Yeah.
Dream for Kuku. Up top, this time it's going to be successful. They get the kill onto 1437. Maypay was still alive. Raven thinking about it.
Kuku was trying to TP, but pieliedie was there and got the stun on him. Slash comes out, Pi walks into Ancients.
Oh, they do actually have the Ancients turning onto them. Abed, can he do anything to clean up? That's the question. Looking forward, getting the slow onto 2. These would be some 50 kills if he can find them, and he'll get Tim's at least. So the 1-for-1 support trade. Things starting relatively close between these two sides. No sort of clear loser off the back of these early lanes.
Just maybe the Slark from the pressure, but he's still farming decently, and he's got catch-up mechanics from the Dark Pack.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah, it's to be expected versus dual, this heavy, strong dual melee. TNC wants to be able to get a bit more though out of these lanes. Lineup. Sam H is now level 6. Hasn't skilled the lasso yet. He's saving the point to see, depending on what happens. Tims steals the bounty rune from Abed. Abed really wanted to fill his bottle up there, and Tims will be able to steal the DD as well. So Abed might have to just go home, heal up. But he still does have clarities running. Maybe he'll jungle and go home.
Oh, and they get aggressive again. They get that kill onto 1437. A couple of times this has happened up top now.
Yeah, Tim's not having the TPs available will help that top lane this time around.
Warlock's going to suffer every single time that those two heroes charge in on him.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the phase boot build from Ohaiyo. I really do like that on the offlane, because you get chased down, especially versus a hero like Warlock, who's just pretty slow. Top. Down to the next. Tim's on his way up there as well. Ohaiyo.
Trying to run.
Tims does not connect.
They should get the... Oh, that toss!
The stun.
The snowball, that's going to save him.
Yep.
What a play from TJ. Taking Ohaiyo away, and quite a few resources committed by TNC. They're trying to make that play happen. And it ends unsuccessfully.
Yeah, Tims actually ends up missing all 3 spells there. But either way, the snowball was going to come in and more than likely save Ohaiyo. Envy's getting a much better start this time around.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he's mostly free farming, not complete free farm, but he's getting some decent last hits for solo lane Bat Rider. And now there is a level of Carapace on Pi, so it's a lot harder for SamH to threaten this lane without any other hero rotating down. Tims getting jumped. Abed using that fountain regen.
Oh, he's good. And that will be enough to save him. Gets himself away to the healing ward. Kuku leading in. It's up the Omni Slash, but there's still enough mana on Abed to keep himself safe. Make the jump with the Juggernaut.
They have some aggressive wards coming down from TNC here, so they are able to see the rotations coming out from
is under siege.
Fnatic. Some double D warding coming out. DJ takes out one of their wards as 1437 takes out the other one near it. And Ohaiyo has now officially bullied the Slark out of the lane with that level 7 at max purification. 300 pure damage. Pretty painful. Whenever Warlock leaves, there's no heal for Raven, so he's got to go resort to jungle for a bit. Dream camp for Abed, farming up those prowlers at the
Oh, they're so lovely as a storm, aren't they?
Yeah.
Having that magic to go through those big old ancients. Nice and easily.
Raven.
He's got the pounce.
Yep.
He's still fine.
Radiant's middle tower
Scan comes out, catches
attacked.
Tim's rotation toward that mid lane, but TNC, they will be able to claim themselves their first tower. Great moves from TNC. In all 3 games, they really have prioritized just taking buildings.
They have.
Which is great.
Radiant's middle tower
Didn't pay off in the last one, even
No,
though they got the early objectives. But nonetheless, certainly gives them the boost. And as we see, this Jug, he is getting bigger off the back of this.
Yeah.
And there is going to be this point of the game where he can offer that bit more to the game than, say, Envy's Juicer, which is going to need more time.
Yeah, definitely needing a lot more time. And that's to be expected.
Yeah.
I think TNC is really going to prioritize more this time, though, watching those Ancients. They tried to last time, but, Abed went kind of out of control and they couldn't do much about it. I think this time they have much better avenues to get those wards up and contest that one with their heavy amounts of teamfight and Bat Rider.
They still don't really have a great way of taking them. Up top, indeed. Double connect for Ravens out with Shadow Dance.
Yeah, they don't have great ways of taking them, but
No.
I think it's team fights around it. Because they do have an absolutely massive team fight lineup with the Warlock and the Earth Spirit once they get their level 6s. Definitely stronger than the side of Fnatic. Pretty much Omni Knight has to be there for Fnatic to be able to take fights, but we said it before, we said it last game, Storm and Medusa take time to build that aggressive portion. 1437 has hit level 6 on Warlock. Tim's almost there as well on Earth Spirit.
Yeah, Pine nearly getting level 6 as well on next Assassin. Vendetta will be very nice for sort of hunting the Slark during this jungle phase where Raven's going to be dark pacting around. Very nice in trying to catch him. No.
And as we mentioned, it will be the standard Slark build to speed up the Shadow Blade after trying to kill it.
Top tower is being attacked.
Envy out after the stun is used from Tim's there in the jungle bottom. And they're going to continue now. Like we said, they're very prioritized. Priority is objective-based gaming from TNC. They're going to look to push down this bottom tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Looks
Yeah,
like
Riven, struggling.
they should be able to get this.
Yeah,
They don't want to turn up with the Storm or Medusa quite yet.
No, they gotta farm. They gotta get there. At least the Storm needs that one big item before it can actually get involved into anything. Lots of damage on it.
Yeah, Raven just has to TP.
Radiant's
It is
bottom
spooky
tower
this Omni Knight at this
under
stage. Level 9, running him down.
Radiant's bottom
He wants to just
tower
farm
is
the
demolished.
triangle neutral area
Dire's
after
top
taking
tower
out
is
mid.
under siege.
They do have a ward down. Watching Envy. SamH is in the area. There's a Warlock there too.
Got the last Get the drag off, and as you say, they do also have kept offering Spirit there as well. And Stone Gaze will not save Envy.
He never got the mana shield. He was farming with mana shield, not on. So he doesn't have that damage mitigation.
He may lose more here. DJ getting knocked back by the Flame Break into the Boulder Smash. He's got the Snowball. Oh, Kuku there with the Blade Fury. That'll be a second pick for TNC.
Now they're going to turn this into a bottom push. They have level 3 healing ward available too. Going to put it down.
Has fallen. Radiant structures are
Invasion plays
fortified.
really coming out for TNC right now. Ohaiyo gets top tower at least. Pieliedie eating a very heavy damage dealing Flame Break. Almost ticks out to it, but with that mana raindrop plus Carapace, he will survive. Now Ohaiyo and Abed, they show up to the fight bottom.
The catch was SamH, but turn around. The silence is there from the Earth Spirit. They pop the GA Fnatic. They're trying their best to fight up against this, but this Magnetize doing a lot of work from Tim's as Fnatic, they're sticking down low. Jump forward from Raven. He's ready to turn up to the fight. Envy falling low. The Snowball comes out, picking him up, buying some time for Envy to escape. Can this Envy get out of there? Raven's trying to continue to chase Pieliedie, pops the stick charge and the spike Carapace. He will survive. They do manage to bring down Kuku. Damage, though, he does end up finding the kill on Envy, who ticks out inside the base.
Yeah,
from the flame break.
He had high sticky stacks on.
Yeah.
I think he had 3 or 4 on Envy and 3 on Abed. Abed almost died as well. He had like 60 HP or so. That flame break doing a heavy amount of damage. And this is what we were talking about. The level 6s, as soon as TNC has them, that's when they can rank up and actually just start pressuring incredibly hard. So now taking a tier 2 bottom. They've already warded one side of the Ancients. The next one, we've already seen them pinging out. They ward up the second one. They don't block it though. They want to take fights around that, is what we were mentioning. Around that Ancient whenever the Medusa tries to go for them. So far, TNC looking pretty good this time around. Just like last time, the first 15 minutes, very solid from TNC. Shadowblade is finished up for Raven now too.
And they want to do something with it.
Yeah, they can keep this aggression going here. They have eyes on Envy at all times here. With that deep ward they placed earlier, they're looking to try to go for him here. Envy,
Here's another big pick. They have the grab, dragging him back into the range of Pi as well. Pi will be able to Vendetta himself out of there, but Envy won't be as fortunate. 30 seconds, no Medusa, and Pi nearly getting the courier.
It's like they knew Pi was there
too. That
stun and silence both stun and silence caught on him, even though they did not see him. And now they're turning it into a tower push, the healing ward.
A tier 2, 15 minutes in, classic TNC push, run at your shot style that the panel talks about, and so far so good for them.
It's working very well this game. They've got much better tools to actually close out the game in comparison to last time.
And Abed is not where he was in game 1 on the Storm. It's not going to have a similar effect. Sure, it can still get there, but at this stage, you aren't going to see sort of Abed just run away with the game anytime soon. It's going to take time.
This time they actually have a real initiator. They have the Bat Rider with who's going to have a Blink Dagger on top of that drums really soon, as well as the Earth Spirit. The great amount of control versus that Storm Spirit. They're doing a very good job of that pressure on. More deep aggressive wards from TNC. One watching the Ancients, another one watching where Ohaiyo is farming on the left side there on that high ground. Raven.
I'll take that.
Spooky with that Shadow Blade. Get as much information as possible for his team. So Magnetize is ready, Warlock Ult is ready, and
he gets it this time.
Got the TP out as well. Nicely done. SamH will go pick up that courier from the side over here too. They will look to get aggressive. Abed jumps forward. He's looking for 1437. Raven's there though. He's gonna get a trade for sure. And does 1437 live too?
Oh, he does as well. He doesn't even get it.
The Shadow Word plus Magic Wand charges enough.
Oh, that's got to be pretty tilting. You know, that's sort of the play you make where you are feeling frustrated. You want to get that kill. You see it, and it just slips away in front of you and costs you your life.
He lived with, I mean, I think it was like 3 or 4 HP from that last hit, and the Shadow Word ticks him off just enough. Envy now in a lot of trouble bottom. They get the jump. Very dead here.
And this is what the 3rd time in a row that we've seen this Medusa get picked off by SamH in the some just fantastic movements from TNC that Fnatic are struggling to deal with. Their highest net worth for the moment is Ohaiyo on the Omni Knight, as Abed and Envy fall behind, and with the way that TNC is just taking over the map, I don't see how they catch up Fnatic.
Me either. The deep aggressive wards by TNC just able to watch pretty much everything that Fnatic is setting up for, and the only way that Fnatic can go for these kind of counter ganks is if that Omni Knight is there, like you're mentioning. But Abed does find himself a regen rune again.
They're looking for 1437 maybe. Pieliedie has the setup. In comes the zip. They will be able to take one down. Kuku heading up to the high ground. They are going to try and run away, but the Omni Slash comes from Pi. Ooh, gets saved for now by the Snowball, but the chase down's there with the Blade Fury. Pieliedie died to fall. With the silence onto Abed into Omni Slash, into the Boulder Smash. Abed repelled up as well. Keep to retreat. They've already lost 2 on Fnatic. Can they get everyone else out there? Ohaiyo may be left behind. He has GA.
No TP.
Does not have the TP. As they'll lose the Omni Knight as well. Fnatic, they got a support kill, but at a very, very high cost.
Absolutely not worth it. Losing 3 heroes there. They're getting desperate is what that tells me. They're just like, we need to try to do something to make space for our Dusa.
Yeah.
Look at this, another smoke by TNC. They are not looking to slow down whatsoever. Every time Lasso's available, they're looking for pickoffs. Do they have reveal? They do have dust on SamH. If this breaks, he's gonna pop it. He doesn't get it. Fine. DJ anyway.
It's just turned into a bit of a feed train for Fnatic. It's just kill after kill for TNC as they just run at them, picking them off.
Oh, look at top two. EnVy just poured it up here.
Oh,
Raven's
no.
already set up. Everybody else is collapsing
No,
as well.
again.
Raven's just gonna commit.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that he's fine to do so. Get those stacks building up with the Essence Shift. And EnVy dying a 5th time this game. It is slipping very quickly out of control for Fnatic.
They don't have good ways to catch back up either. The only catch up is those Ancients, and like we said, TNC has so many wards, so much vision around, with the Slark also just running around in the Shadow Blade. I'm not seeing a good way for Fnatic to come back in this one. They can't really group up versus this lineup. They can't go for fights at all. And with Raven, the other beautiful thing is too is they have the Slark, so anytime they are playing under vision, Raven just pings it out mid.
Ooh, do punish the jug there.
Okay, nice.
He uses the Blade Fury aggressively, and Abed's quick in with the backup of the Tusk.
That's one way back. Try to catch him out when he's playing over aggressive.
And the sentry down, they know the pie's there. Bit off the mark there.
Radiant's top tower is under
Combo.
siege.
Raven.
Oh, okay.
Huge kills.
Suddenly, TNC lose the jug and lose the slug. Oh, this game.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
All right. We got a game on our hands then.
And the jump out to mid.
If we're going to see TNC lose heroes just as quickly as Fnatic would, about a couple of minutes to go. All right. What looked to maybe have been set up for smooth sailing for TNC is falling apart as they sort of go back to just out on the lane on their own.
They split up so hard after killing EnVy.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I don't think Kuku's going to use an aggressive spin like that again by himself.
No, yeah, you could
That's
not.
probably the biggest one, but the other two pickups was pretty clean. Slark just not expecting those rotations to come out and was low on mana.
Dire's top tower is being
Look
attacked.
at that, just that hard turn, that sharp edge.
They can't make those kind of mistakes in this game. That's what we mentioned the last time too. Versus Medusa Storm, any couple of mistakes and you can just, the game can just get quickly turned around on you. 1437 makes the call. He's like, all right, we're smoking, guys.
All right.
Enough
I mean, to be fair, this is the play, because this has been working out for them each and every time. When they do a play like this, aggressively, it's had a very high success rate this game.
They know where EnVy's farming too. Look at them collapsing on him. Fnatic is being very aware of this. All hide into the...
They will be kept safe with the rest of the team. Sam H. Looking for a bit of just a quick poke in the base, see if anyone was hanging around on the front lines. But Fnatic well aware that something sneaky was going on and not looking to be caught. DJ though, he has been spotted. And I don't think he has a way of playing his way out of this one. They'll catch him in the tree line. They'll get some things for their troubles, but it is not the worst loss for Fnatic.
They get a tower out of
Radiant
it.
structures are fortified. Radiant's top
They're playing
tower
around
is
their
under
vision as
siege.
best as possible. Still continue to ward those Ancients.
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
Making sure that the Medusa can't just snowball farm out of control from those. And, I mean, Medusa,
Dire's
EnVy
bottom
is
tower under
bottom 5 net
fire.
worth. He is below the Bat Rider. See, they still have all their ultimates at the ready. They still have Lasso, they have everything else, and now Raven has hit a pretty critical mass item. The Lincoln Sphere on top of the Shadow Blade. Pretty hard for him to be brought down now.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Kuku's going a ganking build. Unless he switches the item
Dire's
choices. Has
bottom
Shadow Blade
tower
queued up on
under
the Juggernaut.
fire. Dire's structures are
A little bit interesting
fortified.
that he feels the need to buy a Shadow Blade as well as Slark. But
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
I think he's going to save his gold and make the decision.
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower
I don't
is
really
being
know
attacked.
if that's
Dire's bottom
easy
tower
this
is
game.
fallen.
no.
When they already have so much information going for them on the map. With all these deep wards,
Dire's bottom
Raven
tower
stalking
under
so much with that Shadow Blade.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked. Radiant has lost their top tower.
A huge circle drawn by Sam H across the whole bottom side of the map. I'm pretty sure that's going to be indicated. Don't farm our side, don't farm jungle. Keep the pressure applied. They don't want to let this game go to late stages versus the Storm Medusa.
Absolutely not.
How's Abed?
It's going to get more worrying for them.
Abed's got the full Orchid.
Abed he's making a comeback. He's climbing back up, and he's
top net worth.
Yeah.
Let the fun begin.
He had a slow start, but it was a start, and sure he got help behind a little bit, but it didn't get absolutely destroyed. And he's found the means to get back in on this 4-1-2 on the Storm.
And Kuku did switch the item build, thankfully.
I was gonna say Shadowblade.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it either. He was
felt a little weird.
That high damage from the agility and just chase potential. And mana burn versus Usa, very necessary.
And the Storm as well.
Yep.
Always nice. Every little helps if he's overextending. That last little bit of mana you can take away could catch him. Mark.
They've got great vision right now from the side of TNC. They saw Abed farming Ancients, and they did see the rotation coming out from DJ and Envy. They might look to try to pick a fight here.
Begin.
He's gonna go in and scout. They even bought 1437 bought Raven a gem as well.
Ooh. I'm ready to get total map control.
Yeah.
On this for this slot.
Pi looks like he's just positioned for courier snipes. Look where he is on the map as a Nixus. He's just.
I mean, he
he's
absolutely
sitting near
is.
the enemy base.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. All of Fnatic are grouped together. They are a bit afraid when Envy does
middle
push out
tower
to farm
is
those
taking
lanes.
damage.
Ohaiyo.
Radiant's towers are fortified. Do as you
only
please
saving
with
grace.
that information.
Over here now.
Oh, can they hold it here? And how can
Dial's
TNC
top tower
push in?
is under
TNC very good at sort of taking over the map, but when it comes to the high ground push, that's another question here. Fnatic.
They need to take a team wipe stages, and then they can go for that Kuku. Farming Ancients. Looking for something here. They don't have the same kind of initiation as like a Bat Rider. They do have the Orchid on the Storm though. They really need vision to be able to make the jump. TNC has the high ground advantage.
Oh, this could be painful for Fnatic if TNC get the right grab. Will they see it? Kuku on the front lines, goes into the blade, just scout things off, and they grab the Medusa, dragging Envy onto the sidelines. Can the team keep him alive? That's the question. Long enough to get the stone gaze up, but no, Envy's not mana. He's trying to get himself out of this. There's not buying some time for him. The GA's come through, but Envy's down. They've lost one on Fnatic. They're going to lose the Tusk as well. Double kill for Tims. As TNC, they have the high ground, and they massively clean up. Triple kill for Tims. Only Abed getting away. They were just perfect. Positioned for that. Kuku going in with the Blade Fury, scouting things out, knew that something was up, and as soon as they have vision on Envy, they grab him. They know that if they can stop that Medusa getting off the Stone Gaze, it's a very easy fight for TNC.
Perfect fight being brought out by them there. Fatal Bonds connecting on pretty much everyone. Tim is magnetized as well. And they're getting themselves a rocks already. That's exactly what they needed to do this game. Going for a second one too. There's no glyph available.
They should have to team up in time to try and hold this, and TNC, you know, they'll back away. They're more than happy with what they were able to claim from that. They certainly are.
Now they have a very nice advantage coming out. 8k gold lead. They're going to have to clean up some shrines here. And with this kind of advantage versus Medusa, they can slow the pace down a bit. I think with the deep aggressive wards, they can still look to get those pickoffs, but Envy is so shut down here that even if it does go late game, they will start having those itemizations to take him out. Butterfly soon on Kuku, Raven. Gonna be going for bread. This looks like it's Fnatic really trying to get some kind of big effort.
I mean, will they get away with this? I really don't know. They're inside, outside of the pit. It is going to be scouted out. TNC. I don't know what's going on it.
They have on the side of TNC, but the Basher actually is the chosen item for Raven here.
Okay.
In the lockdown.
He wants to get on the... He'll get the D-ward. Bounce over the shards that the rest of his team off.
I'm over here.
Fnatic are scared. They don't want to commit to the rush, and whilst TNC is still ready for a fight like that. $19 to 8k gold lead for TNC. Again, they start to create that bit of a gap between their cores and that of Fnatic. There's some fantastic stand-up performances. We can see 4-0-12 on Sam H, 4-1-10 on Tim's Spirit.
Yeah.
These two heroes, I mean, you could argue as just a whole, like, two of the heroes, the TNC as a team play the best around with these players on them.
Yeah, they just have great ways to start the fight. When you look at that, and Fnatic just doesn't have those type of heroes. They don't have a blink on Nyx Assassin, they don't have a blink on Tusk either, they don't have ways to really initiate. So it's pretty much every single time TNC will start the fight, and that's a dream versus the type of lineup. Waiting for that Warlock ulti to up, and is back up now. Chaotic offering at the ready. TNC's ready to fight. Butterfly fully finished on Kuku now. He
Dire's
is
middle tower taking
massive
damage.
at the 30-minute mark with 15.
Of course, Invasion will not be there. Sorry, True Strike will not be there for Fnatic for a while.
No, not for ages.
I mean, eventually, Bloodthorn for the Storm, even Bloodthorn for the Medusa in the late game can come out. It's a long way away, and TNC do not have any sort of intentions to let the game get to that point.
No.
The way that they're playing, they have full control still over the game.
They were just trying to get their lanes out in a good position so they can go smoke gang. Their smoke just came back off cooldown. They'll purchase right away and look to try to take an engagement and go into that Roche pit. That'll be the big way for them to actually close this game out.
Perfect location.
Fnatic out again, constantly just hugging up as five. They know that they can't be picked off, keeping very close to one another. Whereas TNC, they do have the confidence to split up.
Yeah, just
spend
a little
sort of Tim's elsewhere, get at least a couple of lanes shoved in. Pile down the hunt, but it is hard. He has to be careful with the detection that TNC have.
He's spotted.
I like this. Yeah, they're gonna find him straight away.
And now a 4v5 fight, and Fnatic can't take it, so he's looking to really pressure them, but they might just make their way into the Roche pit if they don't find anybody else here.
I mean, Fnatic really don't want to let TNC have this.
High respawns pretty quickly. He's still only level 10, so that quick respawn rate.
And TNC, they are also scared of Fnatic, as it seems.
They're respecting it.
Yeah. They don't want to commit for the Roshan without having some of Fnatic members off the map.
I think that one also, inside the Roche pit, it kind of gives Fnatic a way to really start the fights a bit better. While if it's anywhere else, TNC has the advantage of starting those fights with the blink on the Air Spirit and blink on Bat Rider on top of Warlock.
Crimson Guard finished now for Ohaiyo.
Okay, some damage mitigation.
Death and
He has these fast-hitting melee calls like Raven and Kuku. Tyler. Just done set up. Where's the Storm? There he is. Do get themselves the Warlock. Raven. To punish that. Oh, that's silent. Instantly onto the Storm. Just going to choose to play around with him. Do they have the lockdown? Yes, they do. Samit slides in, has the lasso. The Storm. Oh, it saves him. He's trying to dodge the magnetized damage with the zips, and he actually is going to make it. What a save from DJ. He'll definitely pay with his life, but what a save from the Tusk there, where it looked like Abed was dead for sure.
One more hit. Looked like Raven was kind of deciding if he wanted to go for him there or if he wanted to go for the other target in the back, and then he switched. So maybe that one extra hit from Raven would have had the kill, but beautiful play by DJ. That snowball absolutely saving Abed from losing all those Bloodstone charges. And now Abed almost has a Hex finished up, and Hex versus Slark is one of the best items because you cannot remove it with Dark Hex anymore.
And how close is he?
He's pretty much has it. Yeah, he actually does have it.
He's actually got it full. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's massive.
TNC though, everyone's up. Their lanes are in a great spot. They've got all their ultimates at the ready. Besides Magnetize, which will be up very soon. They're looking to take down this second rack. that bigger advantage.
Oh, look at the jump. They get the grab on Envy. Envy just had the free-man boulder smash into the Omni Slash. They're falling low on Fnatic. Nick's assassin down. Will back straight away. Envy's out of mana. Kelly offering will finish off the Medusa. He buys back. Fnatic throwing everything back into this one. Looking to turn things around. Abed look on the man. Can Fnatic actually get any kills out of this? TNC falling low. The Stone Gaze comes in. They've got the crit catch onto the Earth Spear. They take down one. Envy trying to chase for more. For the rest of TNC, they're backing out of there. They do lose Sam H on the retreat, but the rest of TNC will be fine. They cannot be caught by this chase from Fnatic.
I'll take that.
Unless the Storm can close this gap somehow, but it doesn't look like Abed's going to be able to. So 2 buybacks coming through from Fnatic there. They do hold the defense.
Much needed buybacks to come out. They get
they have to, yeah.
Yeah, they get a good amount of experience to come back there.
Zip.
But yeah, they really need that for them to come back. But now that means now Envy is falling further far behind. It's pretty much just going to be Abed versus the world for the damage for his team. TNC. They do have to be careful though while the Earth Spirit and Bat Rider are down.
Whoa, what'd I miss? Over here now.
Fnatic, they are looking for it here. Raven will check it out.
Over here. Here I am.
No reveal on this side of Fnatic. Okay, they just got a sentry delivered. Down. Now Earth Spirit has respawned. And Bat Rider buys back. They want to take this.
There it is, Raven leading in with the Shadow Dance. Jump forward, Prince James gets the 2-man boulder smash. He's got the follow-up, the silence on to do it. There's the magnetize, but look at Abed going to work, bringing Raven down low. Raven's gone down for 80 seconds. Fnatic, they surround themselves, the Juggernaut as well. Kuku's gone, Abed, unstoppable, looks towards 1437. He hasn't got enough mana to play around for the kill, but it doesn't matter. Fnatic, they find the 2 big cores. And the Hex is just such a game changer against the Slark in this patch.
Fnatic bringing it back. Sam H not have the TP up to be able to join that fight in time since he tried to TP out of bottom earlier. So his buyback was for not to be able to try to join his team. But yeah, the Hex on Abed, absolutely clutch there.
Blessing.
How do you play around this Hex? If you're the Slark, you just... Yeah.
I think the TNC just needs to always get the jump off.
Because what's Raven going for next on the Slark?
BKB.
Yeah, he has to. He really does have to.
Yep.
We'll see it again here. Abed waits out the Shadow Dance. And I say, again, some nice play from Tims, but look at that. Instantly in, procking the Lincolns, and then getting the kill.
Bastards.
Very, very, very cleanly done by Abed, and with the 2 cores gone, there's just no hope for TNC in that fight.
Surprised how quickly. BKB is finished now for the Slark.
Has to get it off as soon as that Lincoln's is popped. This fight, how's Envy's farm doing on the Medusas? Still quite far behind.
Yeah, still pretty damn far behind.
Yeah, with those buybacks and such hurting him. And not only the Hex, but the completed Bloodthorn for Abed. He's ready to carry. He really is.
20 Bloodstone charges too. Almost 70 mana regen per second on him.
Is it enough though? Can Abed carry this? At least hold it to the point that allows Envy to get back into it and become some sort of terror on this Medusa, which is it's going to take a lot of holding. He is still a significant amount behind.
Yeah, TNC lost the gem in that last fight too, so now Raven bought him a new one.
Where's the party? I'm over here. Perfect location.
Their big item pick up on Kuku, Sphere, so that he can block out that Hex/Bloodthorn. Aegis on Fnatic though, they're trying to take advantage of it.
Of course, Ohaiyo still very farm for the position he was in on that one, you know.
First time now in the last pretty much like 25 plus minutes, Fnatic has taken the goal.
Dire's top tower is
I'm getting a
He's scouted
Oh, immediate jump, and again the link has popped and he's bursted. The reactions from Abed, meaning that there's no time for the BKB to come out on the Slug, and Abed is moving for more. The Tims gets the Wicked Stick, and now 1437 as well. No escape from this Storm Spirit. 3 heroes down on TNC. They are crumbling despite having the lead for the majority of this game.
Didn't he had the gem, right? So he saw Pi.
Dire's middle
And he
tower
didn't
is being
actually
attacked.
get the BKB off in time. I think maybe he thought that Pi was just lurking around by himself, but everybody from Fnatic was there, and Fnatic now pushing the high ground.
Feeling shock.
Oh, goodness.
Holy crap.
What a way. I mean, sure, there's been some neat plays around him, but this, again, it's the games where Abed has decided he wants to win them. If they just win them, it seems. He just plays like an absolute
Dire have
madman.
fortified their towers.
And I don't know what TNC can do. This has got to be scary. Sure, they still do have power in them, but the fact that they've lost the lead that they had.
The fact that they can't get the fight, they can't start the fight now for the last 10 minutes or so. It's just been Fnatic getting every single jump. It is a huge problem. Abed.
What a pickup it was for the team.
Absolutely a monster. 8-1 and 6 on this Storm.
Yeah.
Envy has now finished up the Scotty. He's 1-7.
Oh, he's nearly got the Aghanim Steps as well on Storm. We're going to see some fun shenanigans. Nearly 25. What's he got on 25 again?
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Man.
He gets the jumps.
Oh, yes. The
500 distance.
Stupendous.
Or he can do it for the Lord Pierces. I mean, that's not too bad either. Both of them are... We usually see the 500 distance auto remnant though.
Yes.
Because it gives you so much information every time you jump, as well as just that extra little burst damage. And up 70 mana per second before he gets the Aghanims delivered. It's going to a little bit more. 77.8. The Game Storm.
Let's see what he does take out of the two. I mean, sure, there's the BKB and a Blade Fury, but as you say, maybe the... Oh, wait, is he going to try and do the thing where he levels it when he zips?
Does this still work? They haven't, I don't think maybe they didn't fix it.
I mean, it's one of the things that doesn't need fixing because it's so gimmicky. I mean, he's not spending the point yet. Is he going to go for the show stop in play? As you said, maybe it's not in the game anymore. Of course, we're talking about the thing where you lay down a whole stream of remnants if you skill the laying down an auto remnant in ball lightning whilst you zip in. I would love to see it.
He hasn't skilled it.
He hasn't skilled it. You know what I mean? Maybe he's still just considering which two he prefers, or maybe he is seriously saving it for the big play. Can he get himself to the major in style? I mean, that maximum style points if he does do so. Has he spent it yet? He's still not spent it.
Still has not. TNC smoked up. They're trying to catch Abed, but quick TP out before the gap onto him. He's holding skill point.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
And see now, 10 minutes ago, they had a 10,000 gold advantage. Now, Fnatic almost have that 10k.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
An absolute ridiculous turnaround.
And Envy is making the recovery. He's now ahead of Raven's slot.
TNC doesn't have this another gem either. They had just purchased that one that they died with last time, so they aren't playing under vision. Raven starts pinging it out now too. He's like, I am not Shadow Dance, guys. And his farm has slowed down incredibly quick. He is now below EternaLEnVy on the net worth, and it's gotten to that point. Now 42 minutes. It's the late game versus Fnatic's lineup.
As he spent that skill point.
All wands will break.
He did. Oh, okay. He did, and he did go for the extra remnant. They get the jump in speed over the Hex to Kuku. Kuku falling low. The GA comes out. Kuku's down. Slot. Can he do anything in this fight? He can't afford going down. He's put the BKB in the shadow darts. They start to move back. They've got the stone gaze. They jump forward with Raven. The Omni Slash as well from Kuku. Had to buy back for this defense. Just grab the kill to Omni Knight. He went to chase Ohaiyo, actually buying back on the Omni Knight.
I think he's like, they've expended everything.
We've got to go back in, and Abed says, yes, please. He zips forward. Won't get the catch.
Abed's a bit low on mana. They do have to wait a minute for him to regen up. He does regen up very quickly, though, with those Bloodstone charges.
Roshan's nearly, well, we'll see, I say, if it is going to be a short respawn time. Roshan may be the one to wait for. I mean, with that in mind, was it necessary that Ohaiyo brought back? Do you think maybe they just felt that they were going to go for more than they were up top?
I think they thought TNC was going to chase really, really hard, but they stopped as soon as they saw that buyback. Kuku is spotted by this vision. He used buyback. Raven is...
Zip zap!
Dire's middle tower taking damage.
They don't want to play around that right side now. The ward did finally die from the side of Fnatic. TNC very afraid here.
Dire's middle tower is now but a memory.
Regen rune on Abed. Also an arcane rune inside Storm Spirit's bottle. On top of that. They go for shrines now. This is not the point that TNC wanted to have this game be.
No,
like we were saying over and over
they
again.
They did not foresee this.
They did not want this game to get to the super late game, and it's getting to that point. They really wanted to have this game closed out by now.
The closing in on having Butterfly complete on Medusa. TNC, they came so close to getting this victory, but it's slipping away from them.
Fnatic have the high ground here too.
Oh my god! The full-man negative pull from Abed! Drags them all in! Sets up for the team skill. BKB comes out of Raven. He has to pass himself away. They find the last step, but it doesn't matter. Abed ready to continue to go to work. Bringing down Kuku as well. He's down for 100 seconds. Abed making these game-ending plays as it seems. Raven desperately trying to cut the crease, but they've got a wave with them down middle. Fnatic.
Dire's middle tower.
The Aghanim's pick up 4 hero vortex.
Oh my god. Abed.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, I hope they pay this kid a lot to play for them because he absolutely deserves it. Coming over to Fnatic. One of the best trades of the season, I think you could say. Without a doubt. As this game. I think it may just be over. They're just going for the game. There's no joke by that for a minute. Raven is trying to poke in on this, but he knows he can't, Abed.
I think this is just game over.
Yeah,
They
it
still
looks
have
to be it. Exposed. Raven coming forward, but he cannot survive this. He's down. He'll buy back. The buyback's coming through. Can they really hold this? TNC Abed goes in with the vortex, drags in Savage. EternaLEnVy picking up the kills. He's in the game as well. It looks like this will be GG. Fnatic did it here in this game 3. They made the comeback. They're going for the Ancient, they're going for aim, and they're going to DreamHack Major, ladies and gentlemen. EternaLEnVy made it. pieliedie back to Sweden, and he's bringing some of the best boys from Southeast Asia with them. Fnatic, ladies and gentlemen. They did it. TNC, commiserations to them. It's got to feel bad. They had the lead at a point. It looked like they were doing it. It looked like Fnatic were sort of letting this slip away from them, but then suddenly Abed decides he wants to come over to EU, and he plays like an absolute crazy man.
I'm at like lost of words. TNC split up like once or twice after having their advantage, and Abed just goes absolutely crazy. Gets the Hex. That was just absolutely amazing by Abed.
Wow. Well, there it is. That is it from me and Fox.
Don't you know that's better than time? I mean,
Abed
I'm not going
is
to.
the game, so if I'm TNC, I'm looking to shut down mid.
The thing is, like, mid's gonna be a 2v2.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be. They're not gonna leave Abed in an
10
island by
seconds to
himself.
pick.
So I actually think you could get more out of the map by, let's
5
say,
seconds.
surprise
Hurry,
ganking Envy or
hurry.
making Ohio have a tough game. Because Abed's gonna get his first at least 5 minutes of farm, or maybe.
I mean, you can give him a tough time.
Dyer's
Sure.
ban.
You can't just. I don't think you can just, when you're facing Fnatic, just say, all right, Abed's gonna just do well in the beginning. I think you have to contest that fact.
Radiant's
Put some
ban.
pressure on him, make
Yeah.
him work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Envy's Terrorblade gets banned out. We also have the Lone Druid removed for Raven. So far, at the start of yesterday, I was promised
Only
a Slark.
10 seconds.
I just want to bring that up once more. One final time. This is the last time I'll mention
5
it.
seconds
It's gonna be
remain.
game 3. Fnatic's backed into a corner.
Yeah, the
Envy
Slark
picks
comes
up
out.
the Slark.
Ultimate anime.
And they lose in 20 minutes. They pick the Slark.
Dire team are now
A little
picking.
bit more faith. And the Lycan ban. Respect from that previous game Fnatic was watching. That's a good call. It was very scary seeing that Lycan. We don't see a lot of Lycan at all. But that previous game definitely made a good case for that hero.
Only 10 seconds.
I feel like the meta of the last couple of best of 3 has been
5
developed
seconds
into
remain.
you're gonna just fight each other a ton. So I'm expecting cores that aren't things like NT or Slark. I'm expecting cores that are ready to rear up and fight. Like
Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, Venge, Razor, that stuff. Lifestealer.
Well, let's see what TNC has in store for us. TNC will also have last pick, by the way, so they've got that up. over
Radiant
Fnatic.
team are now picking.
And there's the Razor, as you call it. The previous game I already asked, like, what's a good hero against Razor?
I think Brood is actually fine against Razor.
You can also pick up more spell carry heroes that don't care about the static link as much. For example, Death
10
Prophet is a hero
seconds
that
to
comes to
pick.
mind. When Razor comes up to you, link up, you have
5
exorcism, and
seconds.
you
Hurry,
just kind of
hurry.
right click him back. Ghost would just kill him. We did see Abed
Dire
play
team
once today.
pick.
Queen.
Gonna be a Quap instead.
Pain.
Now that is a scary sight. Abed's Queen of Pain almost single-handedly won Game 2 against Mineski earlier today.
As I recall, I think that game the Quap was
10 seconds.
they
to
didn't
pick.
have enough control for the Queen. And right now TNC
5
is already
seconds.
already has a puck,
Hurry.
which is a good place to start with.
You definitely want more though.
Yep.
Like right now, the other 2 heroes don't offer very much.
Define more. What type of heroes do we need?
Like a
Bat?
Lion, Beastmaster type things.
The Beastmaster banned. There is still a place for a support in the pool. So when you mention Lion, I guess you mean a support with lockdown. Good lockdown.
Yes.
Radiant team pick.
When TNC okay, Rubik is fine.
There we go.
Rubik has some nice lockdown. You can steal that blink as well, so you can blink after her.
The thing I dislike about Rubik in this particular game is that he has issues
Only
when
10
heroes
seconds.
collapse on top of him. And a lot of Earth Spirit spells are really poor to steal
5
because
seconds remain.
You need the stone.
you need the stones. So I guess you could kind of use the stone that he has laid out on the map. But
You can
I
still
was
decay.
actually going to suggest something like a Silencer, which is one of Deepin's best hero, or something even like Disruptor, which both have their kit against Queen. But I mean, Rubik, like Charlie mentioned, is just a good initial disable, so can't go too
Solid
wrong.
all around.
Yeah. If you steal Decay, you're actually popping off.
Yeah, that's kind of nice, right?
Or
We-
Tombstone, yeah.